For the first time in 2025, a numbered UFC card arrives in Las Vegas, and it's a dandy. Light heavyweight champ Alex Pereira and Magomed Ankalaev in the UFC 313 main event, with the highlight, Justin Gaethje, making his return against Rafael Fiziev in the co-main. A live look at the weigh-in stage. Several fighters already in the house and ready to weigh in. Reports earlier in the week indicated a tough weight cut for the champ, Alex Pereira. We are here for the next 2 hours. If problems arise, you will be the first to know. Welcome to the UFC 313 weigh-in show, presented by Stake US. Stake.us, America's favorite social casino. Sign up today using the code weigh-in. She is Laura Sanko. I'm Dan Hellie. This is the future Hall of Famer, Chris Weidman. This is the current Hall of Famer, Daniel Cormier, the double champ, apparently dressing up for some reason today. What the hell is going on?
Somebody got to bring some class to this show. I mean, look at this guy.
Nerd.
Hey, bro, could somebody look at me? Hey, I'm actually surprised you're here.
You look thin. You look thin.
I'm actually surprised you're here.
You look great.
Hold on 1 minute.
Yeah. Hang on 1 second.
What?
Hold on. We gotta just tuck your belly in because you're just.
While you
poking
do
out.
that.
Here, fix that.
Hey, wait.
I feel like this has been a stressful morning for me, so we're just gonna spin the wheel to start.
Oh, you're already going?
We're going chug a beer.
Oh,
We're going chug a beer.
Oh, it's gonna be that
Thanks
type
to
of
Bud
show.
Light.
That type of show.
Don't judge my chugging skills.
Daniel, you're so put together. What is your level of excitement for being here this morning?
my
I'm
level of
curious.
excitement.
Yeah.
Okay.
How could we?
Excited for Pereira?
Yes.
I was so excited. You want to see how excited I am for Pereira?
Don't do it.
I was so excited for Pereira to fight.
Do not do
That
that.
look,
Do it.
I have to wear.
Take it down. Take it down.
Nipple covers.
What the hell?
Hey, I have to wear.
Stop.
I'm so excited.
Stop.
For Pereira to have to wear nipple
Are your
covers.
nipples that big and hard?
It's excitement, man.
Oh my God.
They had a shadow. They were so proud that they had a shadow. And I was like, DC, you have got to
Big
do
fights
something about
excite
that.
me, man.
Bro.
I'm wearing nipple covers.
What is wrong with you?
I mean, you can use some too.
No, my nipples don't pop like that.
I had to wear them. Hey,
Maybe a little bit.
nipple covers.
Look, dude.
Have you ever worn nipple covers before?
This is the first time. I've never been that excited.
That's
How does
big-
it feel?
That's how big
Hey, you
this
know what's
fight
kind
is.
of crazy? Like when I would fight, my nipples would go inside. I was scared that I'd have no nipples. I was scared.
That happens to me, I think,
Yeah, it's
sometimes
like-
too.
it's
You gotta
crazy.
pop them out. Remember Rashad Evans and GSP? They used to take their nipples and make them bigger before the fight.
Nipple covers.
Do you remember that?
What?
You
Yeah, they
remember
would do
Rashad
that whole
Evans
weird
and
little thing where you
GSP? I
rub
think
their
like some
cheek.
mental
yes.
coach told them. I think the theory was you're so nervous. And to like just get over like what possibly could happen, like with embarrassment,
Yeah.
I'm gonna squeeze my nipples as the TV camera
No one
comes. and
ever
then
told me to do that.
introduces
Thank God.
them.
Hey, what am
And
I
then
wearing underneath
they
my
had no
suit
fear.
coat?
That is
I'm trying to
crazy.
stay covered, man.
You should kind of take it down. Just take it down for the whole show. Let's see those nipple covers.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to.
Can we get a nipple cover
All right.
sponsorship?
I'm gonna
You're
get a
so off
sponsorship.
the
I'm
rails.
working.
Is that
I'm
what you're
working the
doing?
angle.
Apparently, we're being simulcast on OnlyFans and it's on YouTube here. All right, let's take a look at the card for UFC 3. Simulcast on OnlyFans and it's on YouTube here. All right, let's take a look at the card for UFC 313. This is what is going down in Las Vegas. Thoroughly prelims on ESPN+. Jordan Santos taking on Ozzy Diaz. Myron Santos against Francis Fire Marshall. The prelims on ESPN and ESPN+. Alex Morono facing Carlos Leal to kick off the prelims. Joshua Van looking to slow down the undefeated Ray Saruya. Curtis Blades faces talented Russian newcomer Rizvan Kuniev, making his UFC debut. And then the main card, it's no longer Bobby. It is King Green against the young Brazilian Mauricio Hufi. Amanda Lemos against the streaking Yasmin Lucindo, who's won 4 straight to Tarantula. Jalin Turner taking on the talented Ignacio Bahamondes in the co-main event. Justin Gaethje against Rafael Fiziev 2. Fiziev taking this one on short notice. And then the main event, of course, Alex Pereira against Magomed Ankalaev, a fight we have been waiting a long, long time for. With that, let's bring in the voice of the UFC, the one and only John Anik. And this is kind of weird to say, Anik, but 5 months off for the champ, longer than normal for Alex Pereira, and he is facing what many are calling his toughest challenge yet in Magomed Ankalaev. Is he approaching this in the same way he has his previous title fights?
Well, I think part of his greatness is that he has never really approached every training camp the same way, and I think much was made of him being in Australia, but you don't have to worry about Poatan training. And let me just say, Plinio Cruz and Glover Teixeira don't just hand out Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts because it's fun to do. You could be sure that this man has been putting in the right work, and I think much has been made of him becoming the biggest star in the UFC. Not enough has been made of the underlying work ethic. I guess I just wonder, how does he handle this media grind? Because if he was fighting at 185 pounds, I'm honestly not sure that he could handle everything that is being asked of him now during these UFC pay-per-view weeks. A lot has been asked of Ankalaev as well, but yeah, Poatan's the man. It's his world. We're all just living in it right now.
Magomed Ankalaev been waiting 2 years for this opportunity to fight for the title again. Watching the press conference almost seems like a futile effort to try to talk trash to Alex Pereira. I know for Ankalaev, that's not necessarily in his wheelhouse generally, but what's this week been like for him to get this second title opportunity?
He's a stud. He's a mixed martial arts lifer, He was very relaxed in our fighter meeting. I thought he was both confident and relaxed at the press conference here yesterday, and I do believe when it comes to Ankalaev, much has been made of his skills, and he's got every skill. I mean, there's no doubt he is a complete mixed martial arts athlete. I think if he finds the flow state, if he fights on instinct, it doesn't really matter what exactly the game plan is round by round. I think he's going to mix it up, but I think if Ankalaev fights at his best, which 99% of the time he does, he's the most legitimate challenger in this division to Alex Pereira.
Co-main event, Fiziev and Gaethje. Both men have been away from the octagon for a while. Fiziev tore his ACL, of course, been out for nearly 2 years. For Gaethje, his first time back in the octagon since that knockout against Max Holloway. I know he's been playing a lot of golf. What else has his focus been during this time away?
Training like an absolute animal. He feels like he is invigorated like never before, and I think part of that has to do with the way things ended at UFC 300. I shook his hand this week. It felt like a fucking rock. I mean, he's ready to go. He is iron. And, I think he is motivated by the fact that he is a betting underdog. I do think a lot of it has to do with the way his last fight ended. And I know DC was on First Take this morning, and Stephen A. Smith sort of invoked the name Bernard Hopkins, talking about how a knockout like that can take 3, 4, 5 years to recover. I'm with DC. This is a different breed, Justin Gaethje, and I think if anybody can do it, get out the other side, and potentially chase down a world championship against Islam Makhachev, it's probably Justin Gaethje.
Yeah, John, I agree with you, man. He really is of a different mindset, right? Justin Gaethje, he's not like a normal fighter. And that's not to say Bernard Hopkins was a normal fighter, but we know the mindset of Justin Gaethje, and he feels like the time away is really going to serve him well in getting this win over Rafael Fiziev. And John, is it better that he's already felt what this guy has to know that I know that I can take this guy's best shot?
I think for sure. I think familiarity is a big thing for both sides, and I do think for Rafael Fiziev, you don't have to worry necessarily about what he was doing in terms of the preparation, but he is just so grateful and thankful, and he keeps injecting the word miracle into this fight. I can't believe this fight came around once, never mind twice. I just think Justin has been sort of training in silence, getting ready for Dan Hooker, and yeah, I think the familiarity is probably a good thing for Justin Gaethje, and just two absolute warriors. Fans win as usual in the UFC.
UFC fans who know you well, John Anik, know that you dabble in a lot of other things. You just launched the new John Anik app this week. Of course, you have your Anik and Florian podcast. But I'm hearing there could be a debut on Dancing with the Stars in the near future after this video that I saw recently on
You're not rolling that in right now, are you?
Yes, I love
Man.
This was impressive.
That was good, John.
Just say it's Jason.
There was a 16-step TikTok dance that I was unable to learn in a short enough amount of time. So this was like the backup. But yeah, thank you guys for purposing that for the world.
Look at that, John. John, I like the way you sway those hips. Look at how you sway those.
And there's a lot of girl dads in there, so you do what you got to do. I think I do have rhythm, but yes, that was take 4 for those asking. Not take 1.
That's actually not bad.
Hey, John, maybe next time some yoga pants instead of those, rip-away basketball warm-up pants that you're wearing.
Well, dude, I haven't worn nipple covers since DC fought Stipe, so.
My boy! That's my boy right there.
He knew.
Anik, good work,
That's
my friend.
my guy.
Thank you, John.
We'll talk to you soon, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, he has to go get ready for the weigh-ins, which are starting in a matter of moments. Let's talk about this main event here for a minute. There's been so much focus on Ankalaev and his grappling. You know how many submissions he has in the UFC? Zero.
Yeah,
he's primarily a striker. Does he try to grapple because he knows and he believes that if he wants to win this fight, the quickest way to do so would be to take it to the ground?
Jamal Hill said you're going to hear and new, and it's going to be based on Ankalaev striking. Jamal Hill said publicly, you're going to hear and new, and it'll be based on Ankalaev striking.
Yeah.
Sour grapes, sorry, is just like, Does he believe it? By watching Ankalaev. He's been in there with Pereira. He knows what he can give to you. He knows what's coming in your direction. Clearly, he didn't do great with it, but it's like he knows. He said, and knew, and because of the striking of Ankalaev.
And here is Magomed Ankalaev weighing in to get us started here on the official UFC 313 weigh-in show.
Contender competing for the championship here on Saturday, Magomed Ankalaev.
Magomed Ankalaev obviously coming into this long-awaited championship opportunity on the back of a 13-fight unbeaten streak. Let's see the weight here. 205 on the dot. And how long has he been waiting for this opportunity? I feel like this is the fight that forever we've just been like, yeah, Pereira's great, but what's going to happen when he meets Magomed Ankalaev? And we're finally going to find out.
Next fighter to the scale, one half of the co-main event, future UFC Hall of Famer, former BMF champion, former interim UFC lightweight champion, the highlight, Justin Gaethje.
Yeah, Justin Gaethje right there making his return after being away from the octagon for a while. I love that Gaethje took the time.
156, the
156 for the highlight. Gaethje. That he took the time to recover and try to rest his chin up and his brain before making his way back. He seems ready to go.
To the stage competing in a featherweight prelim, sexy Mexi John Castaneda.
Yeah, I've got John Castaneda coming to the scale. I'm going to see if I can get this straight because it's been such a musical chairs event in this situation. John Castaneda thought he was going to be fighting Douglas Da Silva de Andrade last weekend, and then that bout fell apart due to De Andrade having some medical issues. So who better to shift into this spot that John Matsumoto was supposed to have?
The official weight for John Castaneda.
Then John Castaneda obviously been ready for a minute there, and nice that he doesn't have to make that 135.
All right, next fighter to the scale, back for the first time in a long time, the number 11 ranked UFC lightweight contender, the other half of the co-main event, Rafael Fiziev.
Rafael Fiziev taking this fight on, I think it's 9 days notice, if I'm remembering correctly, very short notice, but this is a guy who is training and has been training ever since recovering from knee surgery. I'm going to lay out for the weight here because this is obviously an important one. Last minute.
Looks good.
He does look good.
8 days notice.
156.
156.
Perfect.
The official weight
That's
for
pretty incredible
Rafael
because
Fiziev.
I know he's a guy who trains all the time. He obviously teaches striking at Tiger Muay Thai, but I mean, a cut's still a cut. To do it that quickly, very impressive.
Very impressive.
All right, next man up, competing in the middleweight division, Jordan Santos.
Yeah, making his UFC debut after getting a contract last summer on Dana White's Contender Series. He was actually a really big underdog in that fight, but you know when Dana loves an underdog that comes out there and overperforms, so got the contract, defied the odds, and I mean, just a crazy story. 185 and a half, the official weight for Jordan Santos. He actually lived in a dog kennel for over a year at the beginning of his
Wait, what do you mean a dog kennel?
In like a cage?
I feel like a little bit of it got lost in translation. I don't think he was physically in the cage, but his brother owned a dog training center. That's the only place he had to stay. So he stayed in like one of the little dog quarters.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't think it was like a cage.
That's a story.
Though.
So it was like a room that was meant for dogs.
I think so. Let's not quote me on that.
Okay.
All right, we move on to Joshua Van after the dog kennel story. That was a good one, Sanko.
Thanks.
He's coming off a December
125 and a half, the official weight for Joshua Van.
Cody Durden at UFC 310, the 23-year-old from Houston, the 6th youngest fighter on the roster.
All right, next fighter to the scale, competing live on pay-per-view, one of the best lightweights in the world.
Hey guys, this is Jalin Turner, fighting out of Fontana, California. You know, all on the fence, you know, figuring out details and what I need to do, X, Y, and Z on a couple things. And I just wanted to ask you guys, what do you think of my new haircut?
Hey, the haircut looks good, man. He's looking trim. I don't know how these guys are 6'3",
the official weight for Jalin Turner.
Right.
Like it really is crazy. We got two guys who are 6'3", fighting at 155 pounds.
Cut all his braids off. I haven't seen him.
All right, next man up,
I mean, Jalin Turner,
he's
he's a
live on
freaking
ESPN
sniper.
in the middleweight division. Armin
He's got power.
Petrosian.
Yeah.
Here's Armin Superman Petrosian, Season 5 Contender Series alum, going into his
186
7th
for Armin
UFC
Petrosian.
fight. Coming in with a 500 record, 3-3, facing fellow Contender Series grad Bruno Ferreira in the prelims. Huge fight.
All right, back to the flyweight division now as we welcome Ray Suruya.
Ray Suria, one of the most exciting young prospects in the flyweight division, at 10-0, 2-0 in the UFC, won the Road to UFC 2 flyweight bracket via TKO last year. Phenomenal wrestler, and guys, he is only 22 years old. He's so young.
125.5 for Ray Suria.
125.5, huge future in this division. This guy's scrambles are so much fun to watch. He's got some crazy submissions, goes for twisters, goes for leg locks. Really,
All right, next
really
fighter
fun.
to the scale in the middleweight division, the Hulk, Bruno Ferreira.
Yeah, Bruno Ferreira, he was awarded the UFC contract on Dana White's Contender Series Season 6. He has a 100% finish rate with all of his wins at 12. He's coming off a loss against
186 for Bruno Ferreira.
against Abus Magomedov, who's a super tough dude, and he was winning the fight. He was looking great, hurt him a bunch of times, but he kind of made a couple mistakes, got taken down, and ended up getting
All right,
finished in
next
third.
fighter to the scale in the featherweight division, Ultimate Fighter winner Myron Santos.
Yeah, Myron Santos had a hell of a UFC debut last August when he got that filthy round 2 knockout over Khan Ofli to win the Ultimate Fighter. And that's what you get when you watch this kid. I mean, 8 knockouts. I don't know if you watched Embedded this week, but he
145.5, the official weight for Myron Santos.
He visited the Tough House, and he was talking about his own experience. He said the hardest thing was not having my phone, and it made me wonder,
All
did
right,
they
next
take away
man to
your
the
phone
scale
this week?
competing in the middleweight division. Please welcome Ozzy Diaz.
Ozzy Diaz here, fighting out of Los Angeles, California. Hey, DC, you don't know me yet, but you will after I hit your famous high crotch.
Ooh, he's going for the high crotch.
Ozzy Diaz.
Wow, okay.
185.5, the official weight for Ozzy Diaz.
Yeah, what do you think of it? What do you think of his haircut?
I don't know, man. It's like time.
That's not a
Ozzy Diaz.
Oh, I
like
thought it was different.
That's not a haircut, bro.
Chris.
All right,
You're
next
rude.
fighter to the scale competing in a welterweight prelim live on.
Hey guys, Alex Morona here, fighting out of Houston, Texas, Gracie Barr, the Woodlands MMA, and Fortis MMA. And in DC, I got some news for you. I know you and Habib and GSP made it on the grappler side of our gym and the big paintings. And we finally got our striker side done. So you're in good company with Jose Aldo, Anderson Silva, Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali.
Wow.
Nice.
Hey,
Wow.
I'm in his gym. You know that, right, Chris?
Jeez,
Yeah,
that's impressive.
All right, back to the
keep him on
featherweight
my
division
level.
now as we welcome Francis
He's a fun
Marshall.
fighter to watch.
I
man.
love
Very
this guy,
unorthodox. He brings
I
it.
love Aruna. Very
Remember
respectful.
his knockout win over Cowboy? That was crazy.
Francis Fire Marshall stepping to the scale, boys. The New Jersey native, another fighter who earned his way into the UFC through the Contender Series.
146, the official weight for Francis Marshall.
Started his UFC career with a second-round knockout against Marcelo Rojo, and he's coming into this one off a
All right,
short
next
notice
fighter
split
to
decision
the
win over Dennis
stage, competing
Pazuki
live on
last
ESPN
summer.
at a welterweight prelim. Carlos Leal.
You know, when you talk about Leal, this is a young man that's trying to get his first one in the UFC. But when you look at his record, right, Leal has won and beaten some really high-level fighters. He's won everywhere he's been. He does a very good job in the stand-up. He's got to round out that game. He needs to slow down a little bit. I remember watching Leal in his UFC debut, and he was rushing, sprinting. Fought a good fight.
169, the official weight
169
for
for Leal.
Carlos Leal.
Lost the fight, but made a good accounting of himself. This is another opportunity to try to get things going in the right direction, but needs to slow down a little bit. Let
All
things
right,
come to
next
him instead
fighter
of trying to force
to
it.
the scale. One half of the feature prelim live on ESPN, one of the best heavyweights in the world, the number 5 ranked contender, Curtis Razor Blades.
Yeah, I mean, John said it right there. One of the best heavyweights in the world, and he has been one of the best heavyweights in the world for nearly 10 years, operating at the top of this division, obviously coming off of his interim title shot.
262, the official weight
262
for
against Tom
Curtis
Aspinall
Blades.
last July. Didn't go his way, but you know he's ready to get back out and remind everyone that he's very much a part of that title conversation. He did admit though that he had no idea who Rizvan
All right,
Kuniev
next
was.
fighter
and,
to the
had to do some
scale in the
Googling on
featherweight
his
division.
opponent.
Please welcome El Guapo Chris Gutierrez.
Chris is known for his striking and footwork, but more than that, do you know he's got the second most leg kicks in the history of the sport?
That's crazy.
Do you know who has more than him? Take a guess. Come on, you guys
What's
should
that?
know.
Say it again?
Who do you think has more leg kicks than him? Who has the most leg kicks in the history of the UFC?
Would it be Gaethje?
Aldo.
Barboza?
Aldo?
No, Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
144 and a
That's
half,
not
the
how you
official
say
weight.
her
Not how you
name,
say her name, but okay.
Champion. I just go champion. Yeah,
Yeah, he's got some nasty leg kicks.
yeah. He's got over 400.
All right, next fighter to the scale, a
Oh,
man
break
who
the
has
record.
been there and done that, charged with kicking off the pay-per-view
We are
in the
hearing that
lightweight
Alex
division.
Pereira is in the
King
building. We'll be
Green.
seeing him momentarily.
All right, King Green, one of the most entertaining fighters that we have in the sport, man. He fights with his hands down. He talks to his opponents. He's coming off a tough loss against Paddy Pimblett in his last one.
The official weight for King.
But he's kind of hot and cold. You don't know what to expect. That's why everyone wants to tune in and watch him because, I mean, he could starch people and then it could happen to him. That Jalin Turner, knockout that happened to him, that was
rough. But he did the same thing to Grant Dawson.
And then Grant Dawson, an up-and-comer.
Yeah.
All right, next fighter to the scale is the gentleman around whom this fight card was built. The reigning, defending, undisputed UFC light heavyweight champion, Alex Poatan Pereira.
I got to ask a question today on First Take. How can you explain how quickly his rise has been? I said you can't. There's nothing you can compare it to in sports. Maybe Magic Johnson winning an NBA title as a rookie. This guy doing what he's done in this amount of time is unbelievable.
He's done it all, man.
The official
205 for the champ. I mean, this guy has become champion in multiple divisions. What's it been? Almost 4 years now? Only?
Yeah.
It's been not even 4 years. 4 years in November.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Welcome once again to the UFC 313 weigh-in show presented by Stake.us. Stake.us, America's favorite social casino. Sign up today using the code weigh-in. All right, we are officially underway.
Did you just rip them off?
Them thing itch, man.
Did it pull hair off? Let me see.
It pulled hair. Well, them thing itch. Yeah, these nipple things itch
got hair on
bad.
there?
I mean, Laura, how do you wear that?
I've
They
worn it
itch.
before.
Really?
Yeah.
Hold on. Apparently, we have a replay of you
let's see
removing
it.
the nipple.
They itch.
Reaches in, peel off. Look at the face.
Yo.
That is so good.
It's worse when it's hot out and
You
you're
did it
sweaty.
slow?
Oh my God, they itch so bad, and I'm like,
Yeah.
But
feels so
especially,
good, some
you have hair around
you
your
know,
nipples,
like,
right?
hey, like it's like some air. Like when a woman takes off her bra,
Yeah.
she's like, oh yeah, air.
Yeah. It's a thing. It's a real thing. But there they are. Wow. Okay.
Wait, it's out?
Yes.
Can we not talk about your nipples for the rest of the show?
Are they popping?
Are you gonna take the shirt off as well?
I'm like very sensitive.
Now they're probably extra sensitive.
Stop.
Just lean forward.
Yeah, that's
You pulled on them.
He doesn't like the attention, guys.
Yeah,
Let's stop
yeah.
focusing on
He
UFC
hates
right
attention.
now. Ankalaev obviously joining a growing list of Russian/Dagestani fighters who compete for UFC titles and who are among the cream of the crop, right? Islam is the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, according to most, and probably the best Russian out there. But if you had to name your best after him, you're going to wait your turn and focus on your nipples for a minute. We're going to talk to Laura.
Okay.
Who do you got? Your best after Islam in terms of Russian fighters?
For me, it is Umar Nurmagomedov. And even though he was not successful in his very first bid for the bantamweight title, I just think that he has the most complete skill set. He's incredible. And I think he'll get his chance at that championship again. And I do believe he'll be champion one day. I don't know if it'll be on the back of Merab, but I do think he is absolutely championship material.
And sometimes you get a style that's a little difficult to deal with. I feel like he might have ran into that. But I got to say Hamzat. I think Hamzat's the best Russian fighter.
That's a good choice.
Outside of Islam. Because it just feels like for so long, we've been kind of waiting for him to become the champion. And that doesn't happen very often. I mean, it happened with Khabib. It happened with Islam. And now it feels like we're in the same situation with Hamzat Chimaev where it's only a matter of time before he becomes a world champion.
All right, RJ, the brains of the operation here.
Oh, yeah, I traded my nipple clamps for the nipple.
God.
Nipple clamps?
Yeah.
How many times
that's a
are we
different
gonna say
one.
that word today?
Nipple.
They just have a counter. I think we get a counter. Zach, Cody.
We're at least at 30.
Magomed Ankalaev. He opened up as a 2-1 favorite over Alex Pereira when the odds came
That's
out.
pretty crazy.
I mean, and also it's like you mentioned, matchups are a big deal. He's the best wrestler in the division, that didn't have a lot of, not a lot of good wrestlers right now. Well-rounded, very, very hard to finish. Only one loss.
I literally almost said Ankalaev too, but it just feels like Hamzat.
He seems like it's timed perfectly for him to rise, right? The champion is Alex Pereira, who's awesome, amazing. Who knows how the fight's going to go, but he's like almost 90% takedown success rate. Like
Yeah.
it's
Really good.
It's obvious.
Yeah, obviously it's a good one, but it pains me that I have to agree with Mr. DC over here. I think it's Khamzat Chimaev. I mean, that guy is a psychopath. He's smiling at his opponent across the cage, and he goes and just balls to the wall immediately. He takes. Look what he did to Whitaker. No one's ever done that to Whitaker.
That's the one that got me. The Whitaker.
Crazy.
That just shows that he could take down anybody. Whitaker's got great takedown defense.
Dude, Robert Whitaker wrestles, goes and enters tournaments to make sure he doesn't get taken down. He took him down in 10 seconds and submitted him.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's like
he's so explosive.
that's the one though. That's the one that swayed me from Ankalaev.
It's almost inevitable, like DC was saying. Like we've been waiting for the time where he becomes a champion. Like it almost feels inevitable that he will eventually become a champion.
What's his name though, Chris?
Hazmat Chimaev.
Close.
Chimaev? How do you say it? Chimaev.
The second one.
Hazmat.
It's not hazmat.
Hey, what about? Hey, what
I
about
have a New York accent. You guys don't understand. You guys gonna make fun of me for my New York accent?
What about John Gooden's like Chimaev? Like, no, it's not Chimaev.
Who said
or
Chimaev?
Is Bisping or Gooden? They're like Chimaev. I'm like, that's not his name.
It's not at all.
Chimaev.
But you knew who he was talking about.
Yeah, come on.
English. We just
you
got news.
You do not pronounce names good.
We just got a little news here. Amanda Lemos weighed in. We don't have it. We had a little technical issue, but she weighed in at 116 pounds.
Okay.
So,
So
we are in good shape there.
No, that's
I know.
straw weight, bro. Did you know that?
Chris, I know.
Two questions for you guys, which RJ brought to my attention, which I thought was rather interesting. Ankalaev opening up is almost a 2-1 favorite. Alex now, it's almost a pick'em, is a slight favorite now. That's a pretty big adjustment for a title fight, right?
What do you think that is? I think it's the Dagestanian thing. Listen, he was a Greco-Roman national champion out in Dagestan, but in all of his fights, we haven't seen him really wrestle, other than the Jan Blachowicz fight when his calves were all beat up, which you know is probably going to happen again.
That's a major.
How is that not a blueprint, right?
Why is that? But why is that not the reason people favor Ankalaev? The fact that he was able to do that to Jan on one leg.
Because
his leg was done. In the 4th and 5th round.
And you saw what Jan did to Alex in the grappling. I mean, it's a little bit of
that is true. But go back a little bit further. He fought Thiago Santos. Thiago Santos is probably the closest thing to a Pereira as far as power goes.
Yes.
And Thiago Santos rocked him in the 2nd round, and he still didn't wrestle. Why wouldn't you? You
would think
his
instinct. He's not a wrestler.
It's not his instinct. And then the same thing, even in Rakic. Rakic is a powerful striker.
Yeah.
He wasn't taking him down. He was standing with him.
What's a place that Magomed could actually take advantage of Alex besides wrestling? Is there another area?
Well, I would say wrestling. No, there's definitely more, but just stay on the wrestling for a second. When he fought Jan and he was forced to do takedowns because his calves were compromised, he looked great with his wrestling. His entries were beautiful.
But I think, me personally, if I was coaching against Alex Pereira, because I always wrestle him, and I always hit him at the hips, right, to kind of feel. Bro, he's got heavy hips. He recognizes and understands how to get his feet to the ground, get his weight low, and defend. What I would do is this. I would wrestle him up at his body, right? Grab him and hope he makes a mistake, because that's what he did against Adesanya. Right, you put him in wrestling situations, not the ones that he recognizes in terms of defending at his hips, defending singles and doubles. You grab him at his body, you start kicking at his feet like Adesanya did. Him and Adesanya were literally like holding headlocks together. And then Alex tried to inside trip him and fell on his back and got stuck there. So that's what I would do, Chris. I wouldn't wrestle him in a traditional way that they're teaching him how to defend. I would, if I was Ankalaev,
put him on the fence.
I would go to the clinch, kind of jockey with him and hope he makes a mistake because he doesn't really know all the transitions.
That's the stuff that you don't learn to wrestle like that in 2 years. I'm sorry, you just don't. You can defend a double leg, you can defend a single leg. If someone shoots a single, you can get a high elbow guillotine like I did to you earlier, Chris. Really put you out in the dressing room.
That was BS. I wasn't ready for that.
But yes, you're right.
We were kidding around, and you bullied me.
But you're right, though. Lord, you're right. You're right. Like, there are certain things. The first day you walk into the MMA gym, and it's wrestling day, they say, partner shoot a double. So you learn how to defend it.
But you don't learn the trips and there's something about like a high level understanding of balance that unless you grew up doing judo or wrestling, it just takes forever for your brain.
But but will he do? But will Ankalaev do that? Is the question.
He will. Yes.
No, he's going to try to get takedowns.
Yes.
But is he going to try to take him down in a traditional way?
So.
If he does, he's not going to take him down. I'm telling you, I have felt.
If he shoots the way he shot against Jan Blachowicz, I think he's.
How did Jan take him down? What did
How did Adesanya take down Pereira?
Pereira tried an inside trip.
He hit a double leg. He hit a double leg on him.
No, he tried to inside trip. Remember,
he hit a blast double. He hit a blast double. One time he hit a blast double.
He was kind of trying to trip him and he fell.
Hang on. The other X factor is we saw Pereira fight Rountree in a stand-up battle. He did not get tired. He kept getting stronger and stronger as the fight goes on. But when he fought Jan Blachowicz, you did see him. He got a little bit fatigued because he did get taken down.
That's true. It was in Utah.
He was in Utah.
Jan got tired.
Yes.
But he's not used to doing that either. He's not used to wrestling like that.
And it was unfamiliar. And maybe
For
that's
both-
why
for both of
Ankalaev,
them.
and maybe that's why Ankalaev won't wrestle. Ankalaev's not a guy that wrestles for 25 minutes.
No, I know.
No, but I think he will.
You know what Ankalaev told me? He said Khalil Rountree was winning. He goes, and then in the third round, I don't know what happened, but he seemed afraid to get hit. I go, dude, because in the first round, you're fresh. You can take the damage. But by the third round, your face is mincemeat. Of course you're afraid to get hit anymore, and you don't have the ability to take him down. You're stuck to stand with one of the guys that's just popping you with a jab. That's not a normal jab. Pereira's like sticking you with the jab.
And you know the
His face
power's
is all
coming
beat up.
too.
Yeah, it's
and
crazy.
you know it's very uncomfortable.
So that begs the question. I think it was Volk on this podcast. Everybody has a podcast now who said if Ankalaev doesn't get the takedown in the first round,
He's in
done.
trouble. He needs to score a takedown early. Like he has to get one in the first round because if he gets in the first round, then maybe Pereira.
Well,
then the threat, then Pereira starts to wonder about the takedown.
That's
all
exactly
fight,
what it is.
And he can't just tee off on him.
All right.
I always wonder though, Chris, you know, right? And guys, this is like when we're fighting,
Helly knows too.
right? No, Dan doesn't. Laura knows. You
Laura
know.
knows.
Dan has no idea. But listen.
Whoa. Let me tell you this.
No, can we say? Can I please finish the thought? It's a really good thought.
Let me just throw this out.
Okay.
He has 10 career takedowns.
I understand, but
it
listen.
doesn't matter.
But to this point, 31% takedown action. I get it, but listen, Pereira, right? Chris, when we're fighting, and the way you take down Mark Munoz, everybody you fought, Anderson, when we're in there, right, and you're in front of a guy, you see openings, and then you attack those openings, right? Pereira is not showing these guys openings because they all know they're supposed to take him down, but none of them are able to even start. Khalil Rountree knew he was supposed to take him down. Khalil Rountree prepared to take him down. But Pereira, even though Chris, he's standing so tall, he is showing these guys something. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what he's showing them that aren't allowing them to get started. Maybe it's the distance control. Maybe it's the range. But I knew, right? Like when I start going forward, I know I can get this. Or I know I can get this. I can get to his hips. These guys aren't even getting started.
Yeah, but you know that, DC, as an Olympic
But
level
still,
wrestler. But
Chris-
Khalil Rountree is not a guy who's going to, in the biggest moment, feel super comfortable, especially when he's getting tagged up, shooting takedowns.
But
Jamal
he
Hill,
was gonna-
Yuri
he was gonna strike with him.
Yuri Prohaska.
But they knew that they were supposed
But do
to
you remember
do
when
that.
Yuri did get
Rountree
him down?
didn't.
They planned to wrestle him. I'm telling you. They planned to try and wrestle with Pereira.
That was Sean's plan. I talked to Eric about it yesterday.
Yeah.
Sean literally just changed his
That
plan
was his
on the
plan
walk.
too. Like,
Which
dude.
maybe led to the fallout.
All right, hang on.
Yeah.
This is a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Ankalaev and Pereira, let's say Ankalaev doesn't go for takedowns. Does he still have a chance on the feet? People, I think we're dismissing how good Ankalaev is on the feet.
He's very good on the feet.
I also think we have to look back. Like, Ankalaev is way bigger than in comparison to, like, Adesanya. Adesanya was able to knock out
Yeah, but
Pereira.
I think Pereira just stopped respecting him when he got knocked out.
Ankalaev is
he was
powerful.
beating him up, and he was just kind of like he just really lost
Taking
respect for
chances.
Izzy. Yeah, he was trying to knock him out.
But we're all saying the advantage for sure on the feet is Pereira.
Yes.
You don't
I
think that's
it's
not a
anybody.
question?
I think it's anybody.
Especially when you add in the calf kicks, because we've seen Ankalaev struggle with
credit,
calf kicks in a lot of
to
fights.
his credit, he's done. To his credit, since the Blachowicz fight, he's gotten way better at defending leg kicks. He's gotten way better. Ankalaev's gotten way better at defending leg kicks. And they're telling us to move on, but this is like the main event.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
massive
I would
fight.
keep arguing about this forever.
It's exciting.
Yeah, this one's the best.
We'll
This-
continue.
I
I have a
love
couple
these
questions
long
for you about
conversations.
Yeah, this is great.
When we have these conversations, this is the best.
Kuniev, DC.
You know, I asked this man, how important is it for him to be able to be fighting a Curtis Blades in his UFC debut? Imagine how impressive. 264 for Kuniev.
264 and a half. The official
Dude, he's at the limit.
Bro, does he not look? He looks better than usual than
looks
his last
amazing.
couple
He
of
does.
fights. He looks
So
trim.
winner.
He looks.
But, like, this
solid.
guy is fighting Curtis Blades. Every young prospect at heavyweight gets an opportunity, and most of them falter. This is a big spot,
Huge spot
for this
for him.
young man. This is huge for him to try to beat Curtis Blades. Curtis didn't even know who he was.
I know.
He gonna know
said he had to
Saturday
Google him.
because this dude is good.
Well, obviously a big spot for Justin Gaethje in the co-main event, coming back for the first time since he faced Max Holloway in that epic battle there. It brings to mind the best Justin Gaethje moment, and there are so many because it seems like every time he steps into the octagon, it's a fight of the night. But if one stands out the most to you, DC, what would be your Justin Gaethje? Do I need to give you more time to
No,
find
no,
it?
I got it. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm just trying to look at my cards. But listen, Do you remember when he made his UFC debut against Michael Johnson? You knew. You were like, oh, my God. Violence has just arrived at the UFC. Because he was at another organization before, and we knew he was good, but you had no idea how good he was going to be. He beat Michael Johnson down, kicked him, pounded on him. Michael Johnson at that time, too, was still one of the best lightweights in the world.
Yeah.
And Gaethje just demolished him. You knew he was going to be good right then.
Yeah, mine is when he fought Edson Barboza because it was super interesting. Gaethje was known for his striking and knocking people out, but he was a D1 All-American, so everyone thought that he was going to have to wrestle in this fight because Edson Barboza is known for his leg kicks and his explosive striking. I think he's probably one of the best strikers in the history of the sport, and he throws this long right hook and knocks him out cold. That was crazy.
I mean, you guys have some good choices, but let's not beat around the bush. UFC 291, Salt Lake City, the BML belt on the line for just the second time. And guys, to me, it's how it was not a moment of chaos. It was so smooth. The Trevor Whitman special, same side, right hand, right kick. It was literally out of nowhere.
That was beautiful.
That was nice.
Oh, this is me. This is the
one.
fight. DC, you remember when we played golf with that guy in New Jersey with that great course where you could see the city?
Yeah.
He wasn't a big UFC fan. He said, who's the most exciting guy to watch? I said, go watch this fight. Gaethje versus Chandler at Madison Square Garden opened up the main card, fight of the night. JG had some early rough spots, but this was an absolute brawl. This is when I think Justin Gaethje, I think this night. These two guys are absolute gladiators.
Yes. And Chandler.
Both of them.
That's what you think.
Yeah.
This is just two animals.
Because he's known for the wars. And remember, this was after he suffered his first losses of his career, back-to-back losses, fights James Vick, one punch hitter quitter. We knew he could win fights of attrition. We knew he could win wars. Now he can knock you out with one punch over a taller opponent. And even back then, years ago, they're like, oh, he lost back-to-back. Maybe the wars have finally caught up to him. Justin Gaethje done. That was like 7 years ago we were asking that question.
Yeah.
And look what he's done since.
Well, I can't wait to see that, but I'm just wondering, and he's so honest when he talks. You watch his press conference, there's not many fighters who will admit that being scared is part of the emotions that will happen.
Who said that?
Gaethje did.
You're a liar.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
He never said he was scared.
100%.
Yes, he did.
Completely.
He said it at the press
excited.
conference, too.
And
Pull it out.
He said, I'm going to be afraid.
out.
He goes, I'm going to be afraid tomorrow night or on Saturday night.
Never. He's not afraid.
No, he's not afraid to say he's
Bullshit,
afraid.
he's not afraid.
That's the point. He's not afraid to
See,
say
you're too much of a macho man.
I've literally asked him time and time again, what do you feel when you're about to fight? He goes, nothing. I don't feel fear. I don't feel excitement. I feel nothing.
Well, then something's changed.
He said he's completely shut up.
Yeah. He said he was scared to fight Barboza.
Bro,
The guys in the truck, guys in the truck are lying.
No, they're not.
No, I'm serious. You don't remember that tweet he sent out right before the Edson Barboza fight, or right after the Barboza fight, how scared he was to fight Barboza?
You saw that tweet?
Yeah, of course.
Did you watch Countdown? He said, I'm excited to be scared again.
This dude, I'm telling you, bro. All right, just
Daniel,
watch.
let me just say something.
Hey, later
you
today,
play golf when you're
stop.
drinking and stuff like that. He's not.
Put your hand out. Let me talk for once.
I'm gonna get to you. So later today, there's a video dropping on YouTube with me and Justin Gaethje, right? Watch what he says to that question exactly.
Okay, but this is the difference, okay? And you made a great point. There's being scared and being scared of being scared, and then there's being scared and loving it. And his point is, Justin Gaethje can feel the fear and take it and put it in a place that fuels him. He allows himself to feel the fear, acknowledge the fear, sit in the fear, live in the fear, and use it. That's the difference.
One of the greatest fighters of all time, Georges St. Pierre, he was not afraid to admit that he was afraid going in there.
Yeah.
He hated the feeling going there, but he was like a lion pressed against the cage, and he fought his heart out. He fought great. Was I afraid to go in there? Am I afraid to go in there? It's nerve-wracking. You know, it's stressful. The uncertainties of what could possibly happen. You could train your ass off and feel feel amazing and ready to go, and then anything could happen in there. The better guy doesn't always win in MMA, and that's the scary thing.
Let me go back to you for a minute,
thing.
though. You came back from that gnarly leg injury. Was the
Mm.
feeling different making the walk after that injury, similar to Gaethje coming off that wicked knockout? That first fight back, what was that feeling like?
Oh, yeah, there was a lot of uncertainty. I didn't know what was going to happen with my leg.
You waited for that first kick.
I
I
waited
take
for
it?
the first leg kick. He
Yeah.
kicked, and then I tried to throw a leg kick, but I threw like a scared one, and then I didn't throw another one after that. There was the fight after I finally started throwing, but that first fight back, no, I was not the same. I couldn't believe it. I thought I was going to be the same, but when it was actually happening, I was not. Also, another good parallel or comparison to what's going on with Gaethje with being knocked out. When I got knocked out by Yoel Romero, and then I had a Mousasi fight, you start questioning your chin. Like, all right, do I not have a chin now? Because this is what the narrative is when you get hit with a big shot and you go out, is that now your chin starts deteriorating. And so, are they right? I mean, I feel good in sparring. Maybe my chin is a little suspect with the small gloves. I don't know. So you're waiting for those shots to hit, and like, do I still feel the same as I used to? And there's no question, as tough as Gaethje is and how different he is than like Bernard Hopkins, there is going to be a moment in there where he gets hit and, covers on that first shot. And it's either it wobbles him and hurts him, and he's like, oh no, my chin hurts, or my chin is weaker, or he's like, I'm good.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be the X factor in that fight. How does he take that first couple shots? And is he able to have confidence being in the pocket? He's the guy who's not afraid of anybody. He comes in and he's not afraid to get in the pocket with anybody. So does that change? Then that's going to be the question.
Jalin Turner
Jalin
joining us.
Turner.
Jalin, how you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
I love the haircut.
I know. Did you cut those off to help with the weight cut at all?
Nah.
Or is that just a style choice?
Yeah, I just needed a change.
Yeah.
You got some waves in that thing too. Look at that. It's not
you
even
know,
brush.
you gotta come in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got the waves.
I know everybody probably asks you.
Do you wear a
the
wave
weight
cap?
cut?
No, I don't. Yeah.
You definitely don't. Is the weight that good one? Though is the weight cut tough for you? The 155, 6'3".
No, it's not tough. I was 54 this morning.
Really, that's
Wow.
amazing. That's crazy to me. I don't know how you do that.
Dude, I'm so slim. It's just yeah.
What do you actually walk around at?
Like 177.
Oh yeah, it's
That's not bad.
It's actually not that bad.
And what will you be tomorrow, you think?
I'll probably be 77.
Yeah. So you get right back up to walking around.
Wow.
You've had a lot of time in the gym since your last fight. What's been the biggest area of focus for you?
Man, the grappling. Yeah, absolutely. Doing a lot of grappling, a lot of jiu-jitsu, a lot of wrestling.
You're not even 30 yet, but you've seen so much in your UFC career. What are your thoughts on Bahamondes?
He's a strong up and comer. He has a great accolade of striking. He's been finishing people. I like it. I like what he's been doing. I've been keeping my eye on him. He fought one of my old teammates, and I just figured like we'd probably end up crossing paths eventually. So I've been watching all the up and coming lightweights, like all the unranked guys. The division's just so killer, it's so stacked, So gotta keep your eyes open.
Jalin, when you're cornering a teammate, watching a kid that you go, I'll cross paths with him at some point. When you get that fight, how much can you really take from what you saw in prior encounters, or do you start to build your game plan based on what you do and how you want to apply it against them?
You kind of just take into account like how the victory or how the fight goes, and then what you do in sparring versus like your teammate, and just kind of like pick apart the attributes that you can use and utilize in the fight against the opponent or against like whoever it is. So that's what I've done. That's what I did. And this was years ago. This was when he had the highlight spin and hook kick. And
So as good as he would ever do. You saw, right?
Yeah.
You don't fight people in this weight class that have reach to match you or exceed you. How are you approaching that as something so different? Because it never happens to you.
Oh, man. That's something that I definitely had to deal with. I brought in a couple, like, 6'3" guys, like, just to work with. And it didn't change too much. I felt like I had to fight a little bit more inside, get a little bit more pressure. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting because the same length he brings and he has to deal with, that I have to deal with too. So I think it's gonna come down to a lot of timing and athletic ability as far as that goes.
Jalin, talk to me about where you are mentally at this point in your career, because some people would look at maybe the last 4 fights and go, oh man, I don't know. But if you watch the last 4 fights, you know that 2 of them were razor thin split decisions. And then obviously you almost had Renato Moicano out of there. So honestly,
he went for the walk-off.
The results have been very, very. The results have not been great, but the performances have been good. So how do you reconcile? Man, I'm seeing a lot of red, but like I'm doing a lot of good things.
That's the hard part.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a reason why I took some time off. Just get better, work on things, just work on my mental, everything. And seeing Moicano fight for the title, I was like, wow, like it just inspired me. I was like, I'm still in the mix. I'm still right there. So. Just kind of like just show myself a little grace and take everything into account. Like, all right, like, I didn't get the wins on some of these things, but arguably I did, and, I had some little hiccups, but I'm still right there in the mix, you know. You never know what goes on in this division, and I'm still right there.
Absolutely. Well, your energy is good, because, and you know how you know that? Wild animals are approaching you. Did you guys watch Embedded? Okay, I know you're a nature guy. You got the tarantulas and all the other stuff you have, but watching a wild horse walk up to you in
Wait, why
nature.
Would you let a wild horse walk up to you?
No, that was beautiful.
I love
it. It was beautiful. And horses only approach people with good energy, DC. I know that when we went riding that one time, they were like running from you. But
oh, yeah? Yeah, you doing that?
Yeah.
He didn't have his
Okay, so
nipple
we're back
covers
like cross now.
No.
Okay, so we're back cross.
I was
Like
just
I thought
playing.
before we were like this, but now we're cross.
This is a little playful.
All right.
Playful.
All right.
Anyway,
Be
Jalin.
careful.
That was beautiful. That was cool. What happened?
Man, we were going on a hike. We were just leaving, just finishing up, and then somebody was stopped in the middle of the road. We were like, "What's going on?" And then it was horses. I was like, "Oh, what? I'm gonna hop out and I just want to pet the horse, So went up to it, and then it started like walking up to me. Yeah. Another one came up to me, and like they just all kind of like started gravitating to me. It was so cool.
Horse whisperer. That might be your new nickname.
I would love to own a horse. Oh,
I have a few.
amazing.
We can talk horses sometime.
Yeah, let's talk horses.
I was close to doing it a couple of times. I gotta make that move. It's just you need a lot of time. I feel like take care of the horse and everything.
But depending on how you range it, you just want to make sure you have the right resources.
Yeah. You and your opponent are very similar with style. You guys both are strikers. You guys are both 6'3" in size. What do you see when you look at him as the differences between you and him?
Honestly, there's not too many differences. I think the differences would be the style of strikes we like to use. I think he loves to kick. I think that's where a lot of his power is in his kicks, versus I think a lot of my power is in my hands. And I think it's about just who plays their game the best, And then I also feel like I have the grappling accolade in this fight. So, it's just being a mixed martial artist in this one.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you, because, after the Moicano fight, you said that you worked a lot on your grappling in this time off. Is that something that you are not afraid to use in this fight as an ability to win the fight?
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. Absolutely not. I definitely feel like I have the striking advantage, so, that'll always be fun. And then, if I have the grappling advantage and I need to lean on that, I'm going to go for it.
I love it. Yeah, that's good. That's smart. Because you get a lot of strikers, even if they get really good at jiu-jitsu and wrestling, they don't want to do it because they think it's more fun on the feet. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's easier, just to strike.
It's way easier.
It's not as tiring. You go for a takedown, you don't get it. It's like, oh, crap. You know what I mean? But,
striking is so easy. Compared to wrestling and grappling?
Yeah.
Oh, also this. Yeah.
What?
Are you guys passing notes
I don't
each
know
other
what
on
he-
set?
I don't know what
You literally just asked him the same question I asked him three questions ago.
No, it was different.
About the length, the performances, pretty similar, right, Jalin?
But did you hear the answer?
pretty similar,
Different
pretty
answer.
similar.
Pretty similar, right,
But he
Jalin?
said why they're different.
Pretty similar,
Did
right,
you
Jalin?
ask why they're
pretty
different?
similar.
Don't ask me. Look at Jalin.
I have better questions than you.
Look at
What
Jalin.
can I say?
Well, when you asked the same one.
No, it was very different. Go back to the review on that, the replay.
It was pretty similar. I was going to say it was. But
Don't listen to this guy.
I'm just being honest.
Come on, man.
Just
He's
being
wearing
honest.
nipple covers right now. Trust me. You don't want to be on his side. Come with me.
We're being serious, by the way. Did you know? Did you know this?
Yeah, he just ripped them off.
Bro, come on, bro.
No, because
Bro, what?
Look at his nipples.
Come on, you getting cold in here?
Jalin, I get excited when y'all fight, man.
Well, I thought you fielded the same question to perfection. You didn't make
Oh.
Weidman feel like a dummy. So I know that he
Well,
really
who the hell
appreciates
pays attention to DC? I didn't listen to your question.
Everybody.
Nobody. Come on.
Well, Jalen's fight with Bao Mondays is one of 3 lightweight bouts on the main card. Just a stacked division full of guys who like to get into firefights, and you're certainly one of them, my friend.
Definitely.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
Jalin, and when you're done, man,
And
fight's
I-
over.
Good seeing you.
Seeing you too.
I think the only thing better.
Can I get another
All right, next
beer
fighter
or
to the scale,
Monaco?
competing
What
live
is
on
it?
pay-per-view, the number
You want a Monaco
7
or
ranked
beer?
strawweight
Get him a Monaco.
contender,
Get him a
Monaco.
Yeah,
Yasmin
Monaco.
Lucindo.
Is it vodka?
It's delicious, is what it is.
amazing.
Monaco is amazing.
Really? That's what you guys
2
keep
shots.
saying.
Guys, Yasmin Lucindo stepping to the scale. The youngest female fighter on the roster, just turned 23 in January, has skyrocketed up the strawweight rankings in the last year.
115 and a half.
115.5, the official weight for Yasmin Lucindo.
A chance to move into the top 5 with a win over fellow Brazilian Amanda Lemos.
Imagine that, 23 years old,
Gosh, and she's
possibly
so good.
moving into the top 5.
Yeah, it's incredible. And you know the only thing better than watching the fights is making some money when you watch the fights.
I'm texting.
Yeah.
I'm
What are we
texting.
betting on?
Texting what?
What with Justin? I go, you're scared now? I thought you said you feel nothing. I'm on TV now looking stupid because of you. Thank you. He goes, I told you I'm not afraid of shit yesterday. So, okay, guys.
Let me see. Let me see.
I told you no yesterday.
He didn't even answer.
Yeah.
FaceTime
Yeah.
him.
So he just made it up.
No, I didn't.
I talked to him on Wednesday, and he said it. So,
Why do you have a privacy screen?
yeah.
How dare you, Wiseman? That's not. I don't have a privacy.
That's a
screen.
low blow. That's
Well,
a low
because
blow.
people on the airplane look in your phone. Have you not noticed that?
That's true.
People
And,
on the
when they know who you are, they're definitely
they're
going to
like
be looking
looking
for
Yeah.
secrets.
I figured he'd be flying on his own
Secrets.
plane as much money as DC's making these days. Speaking of money, let's make a little with our On the Line crew.
This is UFC 313 Best Bets presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. The On the Line crew is here. Brandon Fitzgerald with Minty Bets, Yanni the Greek, and Nick Kalikas. Going to work a little bit differently from here on out. Everybody up here gets a play, just one, their best bet, and it's worth $100 flat, whether you're laying money, whether you get plus money. Yanni, I want your best bet for UFC 313.
Oh, Armin Petrosian's coming off back-to-back losses, and that recency bias is why I'm getting the generous price of only having to lay minus 155 against Bruno Ferreira. Now, Ferreira's dangerous early on. All 3 of his UFC wins have come in the first round, but once it gets past the second, Petrosian's won 3 of his last 3 and 1. More importantly, is he's got a huge strength of schedule advantage, with his UFC opponents having won 79% of their fights compared to only 55% for Ferreira. And what should remain a stand-up fight, he's going to have a huge edge, landing over 4x the significant strikes.
Man, I like it. Petrosian is the better striker. Now, talking about talented strikers, let's segue over to the main event. We have one of the best all-time strikers on the planet, really, in combat sports history, and Alex Pereira coming in here defending his strap against, I think, the most dangerous opponent he's ever faced, and Magomed Ankalaev. I really believe Ankalaev here has a slight advantage, and at a pick'em type of price, you got to lean his way. He's going to have the better wrestling. He's not a fish out of water on the feet, and of course, he's got the jiu-jitsu game, and he can win on the scorecards as well. So I think Magomed Ankalaev should be a small favorite heading into this fight, and if you're getting a pick'em type of price, you got to jump on it right away.
Yeah, Nick, I don't like betting against Pereira, and that price is pretty tempting. But the fact that this line is still a pick'em and it hasn't really moved speaks volumes on Magomed Ankalaev's skill set. But I am looking at the Mauricio Rufy King Green fight, and Mauricio Rufy does possess the more polished skill set, and he is a dangerous finisher. King Green comes in as a big dog here, and he's only 1-5 his last 6 as a betting underdog. So I'm putting my money on Mauricio Rufy to win by KO TKO at minus 125.
All right, he has won 10 by knockout, has Mauricio Rufy, and he's taken on King Green, as Minty said. That's where I'm going to go, but I'm going to be the only one up here giving you plus money. Under 1.5, you're getting plus 135 on this fight between King Green and Mauricio Rufy. So Mauricio Rufy, 11-1 record, 10 wins by knockout. 7 of those have happened in the first round. And for King Green, when you put him on a big stage, like he's on this Saturday night, he puts on a show. He doesn't protect the win. He's in his 27th UFC fight this week. So I think as the lights get brighter, King Green kind of throws the W out the window and he chases a show and excitement more, and that plays right into the hands of Rufy. So either way, I think we're going to get a bananas fight back and forth. I'm giving you under 1.5 at plus 135. Of course, DraftKings Sportsbook is the official sports betting partner of UFC. And right now, new customers can get $150 in bonus bets when you place your first $5 bet. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code GLOVES when you sign up to claim your $150 in bonus bets instantly. The crown is yours.
Easiest challenge we've ever done is this
I think so.
Guys, can we acknowledge Fitzy's hair? Did you see a little extra spike in that? Did you even look?
Yeah,
it looks
products,
great.
Little
Yeah.
switch products. I think.
Yeah, a little something about Mary stuff.
We
going
got
on
a
with
barber
Fitzy there.
now.
You like your hair better?
Hey, Helly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you walked in today, what was I getting done?
You're getting your beard
Yeah,
trimmed.
we got
Getting
we
cut
got
up. We got a
barbers
barber now.
This
We
is
the
awesome.
real deal
I
out
want to
here.
talk about the fact that you guys have had lockers and a barber
Barber.
and a couch.
Yeah, we're
Couch.
getting some love now.
Yeah, we're-
you have the makeup artist at like 4 a.m. You know, who are we supposed to get?
Takes time.
True story. What are we doing out here with blindfolds on, standing in squares? Well, there's a new viral trend, little marching in place deal where it's easier said than done, right? Here's an example on the Jimmy Kimmel show.
why is
You
Kimmel
can't
smiling?
stay in one spot.
I feel good.
That's
Oh, sorry, that's
foul.
Fallon.
If you're moving, then I go.
Fallon.
to your
Sorry,
board.
not Kimmel. My bad.
I know you're getting further away. I'm coming back.
He said you get further away because you can hear it.
Dude, this
Right?
can't be
Are you
that
here?
hard.
Where are you?
You're definitely in front.
Okay.
I'm staying
I'm
here.
not moving. I'm gonna stay
You gotta
here.
lift
you have
the
to bring your
feet
knees
off
up.
the ground and no cheating with the blindfold.
When we put the bun.
For me, eh?
I almost got
All right,
burned.
so-
I should have felt the heat.
All right,
Are we doing
blindfolds
one at a time or
on.
all, everybody at once?
All together. Everyone together,
Right now?
blindfolds on.
Okay.
And those
Don't
feet
cheat.
need to be
Make sure
off
DC's
the
not
floor.
cheating.
Don't cheat.
I'm not going to cheat.
Keep an eye on him.
All right, here we
Yeah,
go.
there's no winning.
And 3,
All right.
2, 1,
All
go.
right, let's go. In place, in place.
Here you go.
It's not that hard.
Good, okay.
Stay in one spot.
I have
In
not-
place.
There's no way I'm
There's
moving.
no way I'm moving.
I'm just right here.
I think we're all just like super athletic. We're not going anywhere.
Big steps.
I'm
Big
proud of you guys
steps.
for lifting your
Sanko's
feet.
cheating.
Lars moving. Lars
I'm
moving.
Sanko,
not.
that means you
I
have to
can
get
feel
them up in the air a
You're
little
moving
bit.
because you just hit me.
I know.
Your hand is
No, I go back.
Lars moving, dude.
Who's touching me?
I can feel you getting away, Lars.
Where's
Why
Helly?
are you
Helly's gone.
Because you're
That means somebody's moving.
Helly
And
left.
I know it
15
ain't me.
seconds. Keep going.
Lord,
Get those
you're in front of me
blindfolds on.
now.
15 seconds.
Oh my
Big
God.
step.
Chopping as big as I can.
Lord.
I think I'm the only one staying in
Yo,
place.
I just.
You guys are all over
Wait,
the place.
DC, are you cheating?
I
No.
haven't moved an inch.
No,
Lord,
no
you
cheating.
better.
Everyone's doing great.
I think Helly's in reverse.
Lord.
Time. Stop. Stop where you're at. Blindfold
Oh
off.
my God, I'm the worst.
Stop.
All right, everybody
Stop.
off, everybody off.
That's
Helly won.
Oh. Hey, I'm right here.
I'm still in.
He's
Lord,
actually.
bump me.
Oh my gosh.
Lord, you bumped me off my circle.
Can I see a replay of what we look like?
I was looking.
Cameraman, we're
Me
dodging Laura.
too.
I need you in your back once. I was like, yo, I hit Laura in the back.
I think I was doing the biggest steps. There had to be.
I'd like to see a replay because we couldn't see what was
Yeah,
happening.
please. We
Yeah.
want to see it.
I want to know what.
Helly was amazing.
I
You should
was-
be in the military.
I
mean,
was
come on.
Is he
positive-
doing
when
high
you hear,
steps?
Wait,
I was
wait.
positive.
When you
I
hear
was in the
Helly
same
bigger
spot.
steps.
Dead ass. Oh no.
Look at Laura.
Whoa!
Oh, he got his nipple.
Little nipple feel.
Just because
there.
you can't see doesn't
Wow.
mean everybody
Oh
else
my
can.
God. Then I almost need her in the face.
She knew she was in trouble when she felt those Himalayas.
Oh my God.
That is
My
funny.
God.
I was like, yo, Laura, you're right in front of me.
I swear to God, I thought I was in the exact same spot. I thought you were moving.
All right. Well, we go from marching to walkouts. Alex Pereira has one of the best walkouts in the UFC. There's no doubt about
In
it.
the
right?
lightweight division,
But before we get to that,
Ignacio
let's go back to the weigh-ins.
Bahamondes.
That's funny.
Ignacio Bahamondes, proudly representing Chile, training out of VFS in Chicago, alongside Bilal Muhammad, of course. Let's hear the weight here.
It's close.
Looks a little sucked in. Oh, are they bringing the curtain?
Oh boy.
He's been on a rip, though, guys. I mean, 2 sensational knockouts in a row, 2 performance bonuses in a row.
Sanko, I think I might have finally gotten you on a pronunciation.
Yeah, how do you say it?
Bahamondes?
Ba'a.
I know I said
Ba'a.
Bahamondes.
Bahamondes.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Did I say Baha?
I do that
Probably.
one, too. That's just my inner Johnny.
There we go.
156, the official weight for
Which,
Ignacio
again, 6'3",
Bahamondes.
156. That cut cannot.
Was it his last fight or the
Cannot
fight
be
before
fun.
that he hit that slip back right hand?
It was his
Robbie
last
did.
one, I think.
That was
It was
crazy.
beautiful.
That
The one
was-
before that was a head kick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he's got that wheel kick against Roe Roberts. I mean, when he starts finding his flow in the striking, he's a very, very dangerous guy. I'm anxious to see how these two match up because, I mean, Chris, you mentioned it twice after DC had already mentioned it. The link, you know.
I love
He's not even acknowledging it.
Yo, no, Senko, you're gonna come at me now? All right. Just because you guys wear nipple
Will
covers
you
together
bring
doesn't
me
mean.
my Monaco, Chris?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
How do you say it?
Monaco.
It's a Monaco.
It's a Monaco.
So, in case you guys didn't realize, hey, can you hand me the belt, please, Weidman, since you're up?
Wait, why?
No, there's no winning. They said
Wait,
there was no winning.
They've changed their minds.
No, they did not.
Zach?
They literally said nobody wins
Zach-
this game.
Yeah.
They said
Hey,
nobody.
Truck, can you come on air?
Voice of God. Here he is.
We have declared Dan Helly the winner.
Yeah.
Jack Daniel, by the
You
way. His
lied
name's
to
not
us.
actually
Literally
Daniel.
said.
I would have tried way
I would
harder.
have taken that way more seriously.
Yeah, I would have cheated for sure.
Did you guys know his name's not Daniel?
Yeah, his name's not
Jack Daniel.
Jack
It's
Daniel
Jack
Helly,
Daniel.
guys.
What kind of
How do
parents
you
do that?
not?
Yeah, that's messed up.
How are you
your
named
parents got
Jack
issues.
Daniel
And then not keep
just
it?
run with that?
I know. You know what? I had another Jack in like second grade, and he was a total doofus. So I'm like, I'm going by Dan, dude. We're not the same guy. All right, so since I'm the champion, I got to pick a wheel spinner. And you know what I'm going to say? Just because she was the most out of the box.
Yep, and she was making fun of your name, too.
Yeah, Senko, get your ass over.
Was she more out of the box than me?
She was, dude, she hit me in the face.
Yeah, that's
Well, at one point,
She hit you in
DC
the
and I were literally
nipple.
just knees.
groin strikes
Yeah.
back and forth.
Yeah, that could have been dangerous. Okay. If I get that TENS machine on my arm again, a shocker.
Oh, you got the shock.
Shocker hasn't been around in a while.
She's done the soccer so much.
I know,
that it
she's like
doesn't matter.
you're like a mutant.
She's not even scared.
I know. We got to find a new way to hurt you.
You got to do it.
Hey, but she has a full. No. You need to hold a Monaco in a cup. Do we have the cup, RJ?
No,
This is the shock. That's for
Well,
the,
you can
that's
do-
for the.
Oh,
Well,
that's
maybe you hold one and drink the other and see if you
Do you
spill.
want me to hold both of these in one hand
Oh
and
my
try
God.
to drink?
I kind of
You know
do
what?
actually.
Hey, you know what? And it's true.
Yeah.
Like she's given birth. This doesn't affect her. Should we have her spin again?
We do need to find new ways to hurt Laura. This is
It's
getting.
not
Senko,
gonna-
would you like to spin again, or?
I mean.
Yeah, let's
Here, I'll
spin again.
while we're
Spin one
doing
more
this.
time.
Speaking rhymes,
Oh yeah, let's get a little rap going.
Oh, let's go.
I would like that.
dropping bars.
Drink while you're doing it.
Dropping bars while I take the. It does not hurt me.
Oh my God.
Well,
it's
your
already
arm's
going.
shaking.
It's like your X-Men power.
Did she do one rhyme?
No, you need to rhyme.
5
For
minutes.
5 minutes.
Come on, you got to rhyme like you're in your prime.
I have to rhyme.
It's
like
your
I'm in my
time to
prime.
shine.
Chris, you can just feed me the
Oh
line.
man, girl, you would
Oh,
die.
you just did it.
Senko.
Chris, you could just feed me the lines. You just did it.
I did.
You got to say it. Come on, rhyme. You have to do it. That's your punishment.
Well, she has to
I'll
speak
sit
in
here.
rhymes over the next 5 minutes, and I'd like to know what you think about Alex Pereira's chances in this fight if it goes to the ground.
Oh my gosh. If it goes to the ground,
He's a round.
he won't
mound.
make it out of the round.
Ooh.
Oh,
No one will frown.
I thought you were.
A new champion will be found.
Whoa!
Oh, crown.
Crowned.
Go ahead. Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Laura, do
Yes.
this.
Okay, let's move on to our favorite walkouts, and you have to speak in rhyme, Senko. We're going to start with you on this.
God, you guys.
Favorite walkout. Start at 3.
Favorite walkouts. What rhymes? And they really knock out. We've got Alex Pereira.
You picked the wrong name.
Does he drive a
Never
Carrera?
should've
I don't
said-
think so.
Oh, dear.
Conor McGregor. He is. Stop feeding me lines.
He's
Zach.
never been
This
a
is
beggar.
terrible. Conor McGregor, never been a beggar. Walking out to Sinead O'Connor.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's a rough one. That's hard.
Tell us about your favorite
Biggie,
orange.
wait, walking out to Biggie Smalls. I don't think he hangs out at malls.
Okay. At number 3, they call him John Jones, better known as Bones.
He does not. He needs
don't have
no
to rhyme.
loans.
He needs no loans.
He needs no loans.
At number 2, we got Patty. Some may call him the baddie, right?
Well, that was a layup.
And he drives a caddy.
Cabby.
He drives a caddy.
That's good.
Right? And when you're in his walkout, the arena
Goes batty.
goes batty. Yes, there
Team
you
effort.
go.
Wow, that's good.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
What about Alex? He was your number one.
Alex
Pereira.
It don't get no better.
You did it. He fights for that cheddar.
He fights for the
Oh,
cheddar.
that was good, RJ. This is a team effort.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody
Better.
better
Mm.
than Alex
Pereira.
Pereira.
All right, Whiteman.
Look, we should
I
be wearing
rhyming
like
too?
berets and be at a coffee shop.
You could do.
Well, hang on. I'm listening to the truck. Gandito, what are you saying?
You're not.
Oh, only Laura
Oh, I
has
thought
one.
everybody rhymes.
Yeah.
Go, just
You were
Senko.
helping me.
It's crap.
Okay. Yeah. If I could have came up with a rhyme.
Do it.
But I don't have time.
Yeah, but I don't
The
have
show's only
time.
so long. We got to keep it.
I already
going
used the
on.
word prime. Okay. I got Max Holloway at number 3.
Boo!
You want me to rhyme? All right. I got Max Holloway at number 3. He used to grow up in Hawaii around the tree.
Yes.
Oh, there's a
But
lot of
today he's moving everywhere like he is a weird teddy bear. But when he walks out to the Hawaiian kickboxer, it makes me feel like the Knicks are the Who's with kickboxer?
Yeah, you're literally the worst
Okay.
rapper I've
I
ever
feel like
heard.
we're
shut
at a
up.
coffee shop in the 60s with
Yeah.
little like
Number
berets
2,
on.
number
Yeah.
2, I got Poirier. It is gonna be his day
Oh, yeah.
when he walks out to shine like a diamond.
Yes.
Yeah. And then number 1 is Alex Pereira because he's never been
Better.
better.
That doesn't rhyme.
Just
He
do all the
fights
same
for
ones.
the
decent.
cheddar.
He's fighting for the cheddar.
Good one.
And you know no one's gonna be better.
Dan.
Keep saying better.
Alex.
Pereira. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
Yeah, baby.
really rough.
Yeah.
Chris.
Please don't rhyme, Dan.
I copied your.
You
I
have to.
copied
If
your.
you do, then I have to.
I actually
Dan,
think it
please
might be a
don't
good
Yeah,
idea.
you gotta rhyme. You
Dan,
have to.
please don't
Do you
rhyme.
like the Eminem rhyme where you don't really rhyme, you just use the same vowel sound?
Dan,
Yeah, the
nobody-
audience might get
Dan,
annoyed now. I think I set them up for
nobody
annoyance,
wants
and now,
to hear a 60-year-old man rap.
Why do you always go 60?
bro, he doesn't look 60. He's got Botox.
I don't have Botox. Why do you have to do that to me?
Nobody wants to hear an
By
old
the
man
way,
rap.
by the
He
way,
really doesn't have Botox.
I've been encouraged by all the makeup artists here at the UFC to try it, and I'm fighting it. I'm fighting it every step
Wait,
of the way.
what are you
bro,
talking
age
about? I thought you were
gracefully.
rhyming with that.
All right, Carlos Prates
Fighting with all
is
the
my
makeup
number
artists
3.
about it.
He comes out to the song "Purple Lamborghini."
Oh!
Up in the bikini. Number 2 is the Diamond, Dustin Poirier. You know the song Willie Spence. Feels like you're at the Ryman when you hear it. Oh! Alex
Don't think about
Pereira.
it. He says, "Oh, Yeda, we're going to get it here today." Defending his belt one more time. Poeton is the one.
Wow.
I don't have another rhyme to end on, so I'm
That
going to
one.
pass it on to you after I won.
Christ.
Something rhymes with Shama.
Oh,
You
Jesus.
could always say
RJ, no more
llama
rap, please.
or Obama.
Yeah, please, no rap.
Or Obama.
All right,
Number
we just ruined
3.
ourselves.
John Silva. And I will tell you why. Because when he walks, he likes to cry.
Oh.
You don't know whether he'll laugh or how long it'll take. But when he gets into the cage, he knocks the guy out. Yeah, he's ready to bake. He's ready to shake and bake.
Ready to shake and bake.
2, Colby Covington.
Oh, boy.
He hasn't had a lot of great luck. But when he makes the walk, the crowd likes to chant, "You suck!"
Yeah, I like that.
Number 1, Miranda Maverick. This one needs an explanation, and that's why I'm really pissed that I'm rhyming. Because this one takes
You
an
can do it.
explanation.
You can do it. You can do it.
Just talk.
No. You guys all rhymed. I'm not going to drag this thing down. Miranda Maverick. She walks out to Top Gun.
Yep.
She likes to wear the aviators because she loves to have fun.
Ooh.
That's good. That's good.
And that's why.
She's
Seriously, she walks out.
She's
She walks
from
out.
Missouri.
So is the sunglasses.
She walks out in a hurry.
Yeah.
Wait, why is
She's
she?
got those shoulders like she's been lifting boulders.
Boulders.
Oh, you were going to go
shit.
hurry.
Yo, we are so embarrassing ourselves. This
We
is
are.
so embarrassing.
I thought we did all right.
But I do feel like on our next show we need to have a poetry contest that we come
DC
prepared
street
for.
cred has been just taken down.
Yeah.
You're never going back to Louisiana.
Please don't take
A lot
my
of
straight
white
credit.
people.
It's
Oh,
gone. It's gone.
It's gone. You're on a desk with 4 white people
Yeah.
trying to run.
Gilroy has
The
just been
nipple
brought down.
covers?
Yeah, that is a good point. Too. UFC 313 weigh-in show presented by Stake.us. Stake.us, America's favorite social casino. Sign up today using the promo code weigh-in. Guys, we are in March, which means that March Madness is nearly upon us with college basketball. Everybody loves to do the bracket games in their office pools, and we're going to do a little bracket here.
I'm excited
right
for
now.
this. Yeah.
You
Okay.
excited for this?
Yeah.
You guys ready to roll? I'm trying to find my
How many
paper.
pieces of paper?
Yeah,
do you
yeah.
have?
I got a lot of
We're trying to help
papers.
you out
Yeah.
here. We've got a lot of paper.
Who's first on their March Madness bracket here?
Yeah, we're working together. on the
yeah.
bracket.
It's a
We
team.
don't have separate ones.
Oh, We're all going to get a vote.
Oh,
We're all going to work together here. RJ is our tiebreaker. This is like a March Madness bracket. We have 1 through 16. Okay, everybody is seated here.
Okay.
Okay, 1 versus 16 in our West region here in Las Vegas is Islam and Arman.
Are we just going around the table and saying
Yeah.
what we think?
Yeah.
Islam.
All right, I'm going to say Islam just because Arman didn't
Yeah.
make the fight, right?
And he's beat him before.
And he's beat him before.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
based on the history and the fact that they were about to fight again and it didn't happen, let's go with the
We
number
have
1 seed.
consensus.
Yeah.
Put it up.
Islam.
All right, this is a tight one. This is a 8-9 game. Tom Aspinall, Leon Edwards.
Okay, so
And they're
listen,
the
the
same
8-9.
size.
Hang on. Now let me just.
Where's
let
the
me
5-12?
Hey, let's talk about this first. What is the pound for pound? Let's imagine they're both at 170.
Yep.
And they're fighting each other with their skill sets, so matchups matter. Who wins that fight?
I think Leon Edwards.
Does Tom's power?
But he's got the same
They're
power
both
as Leon now.
Yeah,
there
they're
is
the
no
same.
power advantage.
No, I
No,
think
you still have-
carry the skill set.
If it's pound for pound,
You
If
know.
he's more explosive and powerful,
not
that
more
matters.
explosive,
Yeah,
though.
he's at 170. He's still more explosive.
But no, I'm
I
saying
think
they're
you
about the
can't
same.
take away their best asset. You have to
I
think
take
about
Leon.
their best
I'm going
assets.
to
in a different-
Aspinall because
Yes.
we've seen
I got Leon.
Yeah.
I got Leon, Dan.
I kind of think the same thing. I kind of like Leon's skill set.
Yeah, just a
overall,
little
if they're
better.
In the same
Why do you say that? He's
Okay,
a black belt.
Leon's durability wins out, and Aspinall doesn't get the early finish. So I'm saying Leon.
There we go. Leon.
All right, Leon
We've
moves on.
we've seen Leon falter as fights go on. So where's the durability?
We haven't seen Aspinall win late.
Yeah. We haven't
He
seen
hasn't
that.
So
Because
you're
he's
going
got
off
the
of
power.
something you never
But again,
seen
he's not going to be a
I'm going off
heavyweight.
something I
because
have
he
seen
finishes
before.
people.
Leon winning late.
No, but you still
and
have to
Aspinall never
imagine
being
that
there
he's got
before.
the same
It's a
skill set.
tiebreaker. It's close. It's inches, not miles.
You're really going to sit Aspinall on that one?
All right, how about we got a 5-12 here.
Oh, yeah. 5-12 is where the upsets
Yeah.
There's a
happen.
lot of upsets here. Max Holloway's a 12 seed. Marab is the 5 seed. We'll start with you, Weidman, on this one.
What a fight. But I got to go with Marab. Max Holloway's got crazy cardio too, but there's nothing like the machine. And with the takedowns, he's not going to stop trying to take him down. Yeah, I'm going with Marab.
This is going to be hard for DC because everybody
I
loves
love
Max,
both these
but
guys.
DC loves
Yeah, but
It's a home. Weidman's that's a homer pick. Max Holloway wins because we're kind of betting on him, Marab, being able to do something that nobody's done. Take him down over and over again over the course of 25 minutes.
But it's
Nobody's done it.
Marab.
But Marab has
Doesn't
done that.
matter.
And
He's
they're
done
the
that to
same
Henry
size.
Cejudo, Olympic gold medalist.
But he
Who
hasn't
else has
done
done
it.
that to him?
Yeah, but still, even
He
Umar
did
defended takedown.
he did it to Peter Yan.
He didn't
Who else
do
has
it to
done
Umar.
Who else
He took
did it to
Umar
him?
down a few times late. He kept attempting takedowns, but he took him down a few times
Took
late.
down Sugar Sean O'Malley
Yeah, but
over and
still,
over again. Who else
I'm
did
going
that?
Max Holloway, bro. We've never seen Max just
That's
get
a
taken
homer
down
pick.
over and
If
over
they're the
again.
same size, Marab is one of one when it comes to cardio and relentless
That's
takedowns.
crazy.
I agree. I love Max.
Now,
No disrespect.
I love Max.
They're
too.
the same weight, but not the same size. So
Yeah.
Max still has the height advantage. But to your point, we saw Marab did to a taller fighter in Sean O'Malley. I'm going
Max
Marab.
wrestles better than Sean
I'm going
O'Malley.
Oh,
my
Marab.
God, Max. These guys are saying you and Max.
No, I
We
love
love you,
Max.
Max.
All right, Marab
It's a
moves
tough
on.
matchup. Tough
Speaking
matchup.
of O'Malley, Sean O'Malley, Ilya Topuria. This is a 4. Ilya's the 4 seed. O'Malley's the 13 seed. Senko, you go.
I think I gotta go Ilya.
I don't think it's a hard one. I'm
No,
going
this is
Ilya.
easy, but
No, I don't think
we
it's
can't.
easy.
Ilya is one of the. Listen, O'Malley's got good striking, but
okay.
Ilya striking is something like I've never seen before with the power and everything.
Yeah.
And then he
Yeah,
also
the
has the
power.
wrestling and jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Topuria.
Yeah, Hellcat. I think that
That's
you
an
and
easy
I are
one?
the only ones that watch
Ish?
sports to know
What
that
did you
in these
pick?
two matchups, these are where upsets happen. I don't know who built the bracket. It must have been.
Well, you going
it must have
upset?
been-
You're taking
It
O'Malley?
must have been Ricci. The guy in there. What's his name?
Cody.
Oh, Cody.
Or
Listen,
Ducanian.
It must have been Cody. Okay. Anyhow,
By the way, these are based on the UFC
The
pound for
rankings.
pound rankings. This is what this is based
Yeah.
on. There's
Yeah.
nothing made up here. They took the 16
Wait,
guys.
do you think O'Malley wins?
no.
Oh, okay.
All right, our number 3 seed, Alex Pereira, Charles Oliveira.
Ooh.
Oliveira's the 14.
This is easy. This is an
I
upset.
don't think Oliveira.
This is an upset. This is an
Does he
upset.
have the wrestling though?
This is an upset. What are we doing?
All right, you go first.
Yeah.
You go first.
Easy one.
This is
Let
an
Cormier
easy
go
one.
first.
This is
Who you
Oliveira.
got?
This is Oliveira.
What?
This is Oliveira all day.
I mean, he's incredible, but
Same size. Oliveira striking, his grappling, and his submissions. This is easy. This is 14.
First round
14-3.
submission.
Somebody clip this. and
First
send it to
round
Poetan.
submission.
This is true. Imagine there was a guy
Right.
with the
Yeah.
submission ability that
Yeah.
Oliveira
I'm
has.
with them. So
Yeah.
we're
Hey,
going Oliveira
hey,
the upset.
Yeah.
Hey, but here's the thing, Hellcat. What they just did is why the line moves so much towards Pereira.
right.
What they just did.
What you just did. You're the one who
No.
started off.
With Laura, that's why the line moves so much when Ankalaev was a minus 200 favorite. Because the idea right away when you go Pereira, everybody's like, oh,
It's
he's
the
winning.
aura. It's the
Exactly.
aura points.
In reality, when you look deeper into it,
Yeah.
he can't beat Charles Oliveira.
Oliveira.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going Oliveira. So it's an upset. It's a 14-3 upset. So the 14th seed moves on. All right, 6 versus 11, DDP against Volk.
Volk now? And DDP now?
Yeah, this is right now. This is today.
I'm going DDP.
Really?
I'm going DDP too. I think his unorthodox style is just blitzing forward, hard to figure out.
He's a
Wrestling
bull.
as well.
He's
He's
a
just
bull.
yeah. I'm going with him.
It's a big spot, man. It's a big spot for an upset in the bracket.
agree.
And it's Volkanovski.
I think it is too.
Yeah, it's Volkanovski.
I think in the
Volkanovski?
same weight class, I just think
Yeah,
Volk
I
is
think it's
so
Volk,
well
man.
rounded. It wasn't long ago to where we were talking
Yeah.
about potentially the #1 pound for pound. guy
And
in
it
the
wasn't too long ago we all thought DDP wasn't very good.
That's
Yeah,
a good point.
and
So
he's-
that's in our heads too.
RJ, you're the tiebreaker.
Y'all motherfuckers gave me way too much power. Alexander Volkanovski is still one of the best fighters in the world. He will figure out Rodriguez Stupid.
There you go.
145 is
I'm not
that-
mad at that. I'm not
145
mad
is
at
that.
No,
I'm not mad at
11
that.
upsets
I'm
the
not
6th seed and
Aspinall
moves
won.
on.
11 upsets the 2.
All right, Alexandre Pantoja, Bilal Muhammad.
Ooh, I got to picture this in my head. Pantoja Bilal.
Okay.
Man, Pantoja's so good. I
Yeah.
think I'm going, if they're the same size, I'm going Pantoja.
Yeah, you do. You're right.
Yeah, honestly,
You're
I'm
actually right.
I'm probably.
You know what I'm saying? The smaller guys are just better.
You're just this
They're
one
better
time,
fighters.
Laura.
More
you said
skilled.
something.
I'm
more
going.
skilled.
I'm actually
Yeah.
going with Bilal. I think Bilal, because of his wrestling and his ability to stay away from submissions, his grappling's good enough. I'm going with Bilal.
I'm
I
going
think
with
his
Bilal as
wrestling-
well.
Pantoja's so
Pantoja
good.
actually is so good.
Pantoja's
RJ,
so good.
tiebreaker.
His wrestling
Pantoja
is.
takes his back for at least 3 rounds and wins at least 3
Yeah.
rounds. Pantoja.
Wow.
Pantoja?
Yeah.
He does. He wins a
Pantoja-
scramble.
How does he
Uses
take
right.
his back? How does he take his back?
In a scramble.
We're going with Pantoja right now.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So again,
I'm not.
it's
I'm not
another
angry at that.
lower seed or higher seed moving on with the 10 seed Alexandre Pantoja. All right, Sean Strickland, John Jones. It's a 215 seed.
Yeah, dude.
I
one
think-
round fight.
I
John
love
Jones
Sean,
is
but
going.
I'm going John.
John Jones is going. Yeah, it's
Yeah. Oh, you picked Strickland?
no, the dude, no.
That's what I heard. Yeah, I'm going Jones.
All right, we have the Elite 8 coming up a little bit later in the show. This is a
Okay.
fun.
Oh, this is fun.
I like it.
All right, we have another weigh-in.
Mauricio Ufi.
All right, our final fighter to weigh in this
Rufi.
morning, competing live on pay-per-view in the lightweight division, Mauricio Rufi.
All right, here's Mauricio Rufi coming in, opening up the main card against King Green, the 28-year-old Brazilian, quickly becoming one of the most exciting blue-chip prospects in the stacked lightweight division, riding a 6-fight win streak.
155 and a
5
half,
of
the
those
official weight
wins
for
have
Mauricio
come
Rufi.
by knockout.
Bro, he's so good. He really is so good. He does remind me of
All right,
Conor
thank you all
McGregor.
for coming out to the official
Last fight-
weigh-in.
It's
his
the
last
X
fight-
factor.
Later
His
today
last
at
fight
Mandalay
still was
Bay
very
for
good.
ceremonials.
What's
One
his
more
name?
slot.
Lon Top, Jan Top. How much
Lon
Jan
Top?
Top? Yeah.
Bro, that guy is tough.
He's tough. But he looked a little human.
But he was
that
like, I think you said in the commentary, I was watching, he was 17 pounds overweight.
Yeah, he was.
On top, yeah.
But at least he looked human that time. It didn't. It looked like he was in the Matrix.
But he's so slick, this guy.
Yeah, he is.
Guys,
Well,
we
he
asked
just
a couple
showed his
of,
cardio. Like, might be a little.
Can I talk? I'm just wondering.
Are you sensitive? Are
I'm
you
just
sensitive?
wondering.
Insecure?
I mean, Senko's gone, so somebody needs to be
Can you
sensitive up
mature?
here.
Dude, I love this
Or do you want
show.
to cure?
Like we talk so much.
I'll give you a tour. What?
It's a great show, isn't it?
It's fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I think this
Cheers
is
to
the
the
most fun show
Monaco.
we do. Oh, hold on. Oh, cheers. Let me get a Monaco.
Oh, you're drinking?
What? What do you mean? Senko's been sick. I'm not drinking this.
Don't drink
RJ,
after.
do we have any more? All right, we asked some of the fighters on the card about the optimal ways to recover. You know, after MMA, this is very rigorous. This is hard on the body. Let's take a listen to some of their thoughts. Brought to you by Airs, official partner of the UFC. Optimize your performance.
Eu não deixo a energia negativa chegar, porque eu tô sempre rodeado de pessoas boas.
The way I protect myself against distractions while I'm in camp is I just don't leave my house. I go to practice, I go home. I don't really do much else, so it doesn't leave a lot of opportunities for distractions.
One of my most important things is always being in control of my thoughts or emotions, being in control of how I react to things or situations, and that keeps me pretty grounded.
To protect myself from negative influence, I would say just going away, getting more secluded. I call myself being like a bear cave where I really don't want to do too much, being out or being around people that could put me in negative situations.
Definitely fast from social media. It gets really toxic on there. A lot of people have a lot of stuff to say. But the beautiful thing about it is all you gotta do is put your phone down and get away from it.
Well, I definitely know fasting from anything, especially social media, is something that DC doesn't do on a regular basis. But what about an actual recovery method that you have used in the past or currently used after a hard wrestling session with your guys?
This is a ton, dude. The cold plunge, the sauna. Hey, the hyperbaric chamber. Love that.
Yeah.
Like when I was in training camps, I put one in my garage to make sure that I was trying to do things to stay healthy, especially whenever I was getting older, right? You needed all that. You needed the ability to recover. So yeah, ton of stuff. Hyperbarics, cold therapy, sauna, best in the business.
Yeah, I've had a lot of surgeries and different things. The two things that I feel like truly work and I feel a difference with.
Look who's here!
Look at the guest appearance.
What's going on, guys?
What's up, man?
Aren't you supposed to be working?
Took Senko's
You know, I
spot?
just knew DC's back here, and I just wanted to come say,
Are
hey,
you telling
how
me-
hard do you want me to push the guys in conditioning this morning?
Wait.
Hang on, are you telling me Senko's taking a dump right now and you're saving the spot for a second? Oh, shit, never mind.
Wait. Kiesa.
She's here.
Hey, it's okay. You're chucking a deuce. I'll take your spot.
That's what he said.
Kiesa, what's
He
that
said you were taking
shirt?
his-
What's that shirt? Team Kiesa?
It says Team
Does it
Kiesa.
feel like that?
No, it's more like Team Cook, Team Bob Cook.
Oh, he's taking over?
with the guest appearances from assistant coach Daniel Cormier.
These guys are ridiculous, bro.
How often does Cormier come?
He's there enough. Right now he's fulfilling his obligations for 313.
That's my boy right there.
For you. Who showed up on time more often for Tough, Connor or DC?
I wasn't there for the Connor season, but I would say DC.
Wow.
I'm there on time.
Yeah, he's there on time.
Oh, really?
Coaching
You kept us waiting
DC.
for 2 hours yesterday when we shot a second.
Coaching
Coach
DC
is what?
Well, the
respectable
speed of
individual.
play on the golf course was probably a little slower yesterday than it has been other days this week. It was pretty windy,
I
so.
was not playing golf. Shut up.
Okay.
Yes, you were.
Please go back to practice.
Yeah, I got to go back to practice.
Before you
Yeah.
leave, we're talking recovery methods. What's your favorite form of recovery?
Man, I'm old school. I just think sleep. Just if you're in training camp, you plan out your day to where it's like 8 hours of sleep. And if I wake up and I still feel sore, just go back to bed.
How about ice baths and saunas?
I like the ice bath. I like the sauna. But I think sleep's
Sleep is probably
the most important.
Yeah,
Yeah.
best. Best.
Good sleep, cold room. Yeah.
Are you taking naps?
No, I'm not a big nap guy, really. No, I mean, I nap well. Like I can take a nap and get up and function very well. But I'm more of just like a good, sound 8 hours of sleep. But if I got to get 12 hours of sleep to recover, to bang out a couple practices, hey, whatever it takes.
Yeah. I would love to be able to take
man,
naps, but I got
yes.
too many kids.
Hey.
The kids kill it.
Yeah.
Well, I got to go.
Get to work.
Speaking of kids, I got to coach the youth. Senko.
Hey, good
Hey.
to see you. Thanks
Good to see you, buddy.
I bet that felt good.
You really.
That's not,
She went from 115 to 105.
Carter shot off the toilet.
that is not what happened.
Hey, Hellcat.
Candido, I need a cover. Send Kiesa in. Pull him out of practice.
Hey, Larder, come off the seat.
Hey, I want to end it with this quote, guys.
Okay.
Hard work works.
What
Hard work
Mike,
works.
Watch out for the camera.
What do successful people do?
Work hard.
Yes, hard work is what
That's
successful
right.
people
Love
do.
you guys.
Kiesa
Peace out.
called Fight Pass Invitational
That's what I tell my kids
last
on the
night.
team.
Hard work works.
I said hard work works because I heard Denzel Washington say it. Hard work works. Working hard is what successful people do. So when people go, oh, you work so hard, I'm like, well, yeah, I do because I'm successful.
Yeah.
It works.
Hey, he's working hard. DC.
I like it.
Can we
I like
have
it. Very
Coach
simple, but
DC
very,
here all the time? It's like,
very good.
He's very
on
inspirational.
time and tune.
Kiesa's working hard. He's coming after your job called Fight Pass Invitational
Yeah.
last night.
Oh, he's got something else coming in the fall.
He
that I'm
does.
very excited
And
about.
I know.
He does.
Happy for him.
I'm excited for
I
him.
am too.
And he's going to his first Power Slap event this evening. I
I'm
hope
going.
you guys are going to be there as well. You
I'm
going?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Guys,
Not out
I
of town.
couldn't find the bathroom.
So you shit
So
in the
they
corner. You
changed
shit in someone's
everything.
garbage can. You know, I've done that before. We got something in common.
Senko's
You sat in the office.
her bathroom break. Let me tell you, the UFC and Airs unite to revolutionize athletic optimization. Trusted by the Performance Institute and champion fighters, Airs sets a new standard in performance technology.
Lord, I will not bully you. It's these guys. You did not
They've
shit in
been
the
very.
corner.
No, I didn't.
It's terrible.
They're constructing everything
Lord, there
back
is
there.
some
I walked
hey.
out of here and I was like, oh my God, I don't know where I am.
There was
You
some
should have went
tissue-
that way.
Laura, there was some tissue stuck to your shoe when you walked past.
Yes.
And you also can't hand
pulled it off.
You can't hand widen a layup like that.
No,
I
no,
couldn't
no,
find
no.
the bathroom. Well, there's solutions to that
I
problem.
understand what it's like.
She was,
To poop in a trash can?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did.
No,
That
we're not
was
doing
trash.
this
But
again.
did you
Nope.
wipe?
Nope, stop.
Yeah, let's not do
Let's talk. We talk about our favorite Justin Gaethje moments. Every
Yes,
time
yes.
he steps into the octagon, violence is absolutely guaranteed. So let's think violence here, right?
Yes.
We're playing matchmakers. We want 3 fights that are going to equal absolute violence from start to finish, and it cannot include Gaethje.
Yeah, so my first one is Justin Gaethje. Oh,
Yeah.
You put Justin Gaethje?
No, I did.
Justin.
My first one is Charles Oliveira versus Dustin Poirier, right? Anytime you match them up, violent fight.
That's good.
Dan Hooker versus Arman Sarukian, because Dan Hooker's not going to get taken down very often, and he's going to make him fight in a violent manner. Yo, Dan Hooker made Mateus Gamrot fight look pretty fun. Remember, think about that. Dan Hooker's made for fun fights. And Pantoja versus Moreno. Every time they fight, it's just violence.
I thought it was matchups that didn't already happen.
No, they can happen.
Oh, really?
Just
You can rematch?
Just violent matchups.
Well, I just did it the hard way.
All right. Number 3, I got Pereira. This is a different one. Pereira versus DDP. And I just think it's because DDP is so unorthodox, and he comes forward, he runs forward with these crazy blitzes.
That's a fun fight.
And you'd be like,
That's a fun fight.
all right, you're going to get your head knocked off by Pereira. I just think there's going to be a lot of craziness in that fight, so I think that's one. Number 3. Number 2, Poirier versus Hooker. We know what that fight looks like. And then number 1, Poirier versus Oliveira. So another one.
A lot of Poirier, huh?
Yeah.
A lot of Poirier.
Poirier's always
Yeah.
in a great
Happened.
fight.
This fight was awesome and violent. I'm going to put that on my list.
Yeah, because it's always going to be awesome and violent.
Poirier's looking for some fun fights moving forward.
You guys
I
are
think that's
really,
definitely-
really
the
freaking
assignment.
creative. Go ahead.
Me?
No, are you done?
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, let's get some real shit
Attention.
here, okay? Ilya Charles Oliveira.
Oh,
you don't
yeah.
think
Love
there's
it.
going to be violence in that one if he doesn't
Beautiful.
fight for the lightweight title? I love this matchup. All right, Michael Chandler and Pitbull fought once in Bellator. Pitbull won that first fight, early first round
That has
KO.
also already happened, but yeah.
But that's different. It hasn't happened in the UFC.
Okay.
It doesn't count. It doesn't happen.
And this one came from last weekend when I was working with my guy, Kamaru Usman. Michael Johnson against King Green.
Hey, he was all, oh, you guys are very, hey, look. He goes, you guys are very creative. Didn't realize those guys had fought in another organization already.
100%.
No, I knew. I said
Actually, they fought 3 times.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
No,
that they
it doesn't
fought.
matter. If it's not the UFC, it doesn't count.
Oh, my God.
Do you know what organization they fought in?
Yeah, Bellator.
No.
What do you mean, no?
No.
The fact that you,
No,
hey,
it was the king of the cage.
Yo,
bro.
the fact that you
gotta-
can
no,
confuse him like
You're an
that.
idiot. That was Bellator.
The fact that you can confuse him like that speaks to everything.
He paused. And he was like, oh no.
Well, maybe it was
He's
a long
like,
time ago.
Candido.
When he starts tapping that earpiece, he's reaching for Zach.
You're ruining me, Aaron.
Why
me
would
look
you
bad.
leave me hanging like that? Cody, you too.
You held your own. You were
Are you
78% sure.
Yeah.
You were
I was
78%.
doing
Wait,
other
hey,
stuff.
I don't
Zach,
know
why
who's
did you
next.
guys live
I
in
really
hanging there?
failed you.
Graphic says Helly. I don't know who's next.
Who's next is Laura.
Oh, okay. Mine is actually really good, you guys. And mine are all new, fresh, exciting matchups, okay? I have Max Holloway versus Dan Hooker.
We're starting at 1.
How great would that fight? Well, I don't even have them. They're all good. I don't even have them necessarily in order.
number 1. It's all good
Michael Chandler versus Hanato Moicano.
Well, that's good.
That's a very fun
actually
fight.
really
Guys, Carlos Prates
No, that's
versus
another
Michael
good one. Yeah,
Morales.
that's another
Oh, I was going to have that one.
Stop
Right?
it.
Yeah.
Take my money. Do we have the exact same, almost exact
Same number
list?
3.
Hey, bro, a simple Google. Most exciting fight not happened yet. The Carlos Prates versus Michael Morales is the number 1 fight.
You Googled it?
Oh, yeah, it's a simple Google. That's what they're doing.
No, it's
a
not.
simple Google.
Google
No,
it.
no.
It's not come up.
No, they're
Google.
better than that. They're
No.
chat GPTing it.
Yeah,
They're
yeah, they are.
rocking it. That's what
ChatGPT.
they're doing, 100%.
No.
It's obvious.
No, what you got to put into ChatGPT is like most violent matchup in UFC that DC and Weidman would never think of.
Yeah.
And Carlos Prates, Michael Morales was number 3. That's that.
Oh, so you did the same thing?
I did the same number 3.
You guys
I
are
can't
all on the
believe
same website?
Well, I mean, it's
Oh, look at your second one. That's a good one.
number 2, Ilia Topuria,
Yeah,
Diego
that would be a
Lopez.
really-
That's
that would
one
be-
that should have
Oh, my
happened.
God,
That should
I forgot
that
that
should
one.
be booked currently.
That is
but
a
Ilia wanted
really
to move
good
up weight
one.
classes.
That is a really
And the number 1, Charles Oliveira, Max Holloway.
Hey,
you might want to put your nipple
That would
pumps
be
back
very interesting. That would be a crazy.
That'd be amazing.
What happened?
Be unbelievable. Like one of the most durable guys versus the most offensive guys.
And then the jiu-jitsu aspect. What happens?
Could you
with
take
that?
him down, like
Yeah.
the scramble, and then like even the striking, like Oliveira.
I think
Can we just pause for
Very
one moment and look at the 3 cans and bottles of alcohol
9%
that Weidman has in front of us?
alcohol in each one.
Yeah.
9%.
God.
Yeah, I'm,
They got a kick.
I'm so drunk right now. But this dude's setting me up. He keeps handing me these things. he just opened this for me. I didn't even open this myself.
Keep going, Chris.
All right. I've had a stressful day.
I know.
All right, we're good, right? Everybody,
right.
everybody's
Yeah,
waiting.
yeah,
But
yeah, we're done.
I don't feel like you guys gave me enough credit for the Michael Johnson-King Green matchup.
I think that would be a fun fight.
Yeah?
It feels like a fight that someone handed you.
And
Yeah,
it kinda
Kamara,
feels like-
I acknowledge it. Kamaru
Laura. Who handed you that?
Kamaru.
ChatGPT? Oh, Kamaru gave
Yeah,
that to you.
I said, what do you think would be a fun fight?
You asked him for homework advice?
No, I was sitting on set. We were watching fights, and I
You
wanted
get
his
that-
advice.
Well, let me tell you something. You're really
People
trying-
who are more
when you're asking
educated than
Kamaru
me, I'm
Usman-
willing to listen to them.
They actually fought in Wild Bill's Fight Night in 2008.
Yep.
By the way, shut the
Hell,
Yeah,
Wild
speaking of
Bill's
Wild
Fight
Sport
Night.
again. That's
It
a
was
real organization.
It wasn't King of the Cage. It was
All right, let's
the
do it.
Wild Bills Fight Night.
All right, next game, guys. A little bit like the Gaethje conversation that we had.
Yep.
Never worn undisputed gold. Top 5 active fighters who have never worn undisputed.
The most popular.
Most popular. Yeah.
Not the
All right.
best.
No,
just like-
top 5
Yeah.
most popular
like
active fighters who
Instagram
have never worn
followers who everybody
undisputed gold.
knows.
Yeah.
Yes.
DC, go.
DC
At
always
number
goes first. So
yeah, well, I'm a champion.
because
in
you'll
your
cheat,
heart and
you'll
in
cheat
their
if you
heart.
don't.
At number 5, I have Yair Rodriguez. Right, he's very popular, very fun. People love him. They respect him all around the world and in every way. Because Khamzat Chimaev, he hasn't worn a belt yet, and you and I both said that we feel like it's only a matter of time. At number 3, Diaz. Call him Nate or call him Nick. It doesn't really matter. Whichever one, they've never worn undisputed UFC gold.
Active.
Is he
Active
active?
UFC
Not in the
fighter.
UFC right now.
They don't
right?
have to be UFC.
Yeah,
Yes.
they do.
No, they don't.
Active UFC
fighters.
fighters.
Active fighters
UFC
to not wear
fighters.
undisputed
Active
gold.
fighters. Does that say UFC?
This is a
When do we-
UFC weigh-in
When
show.
do
It's
we
not
ever
active
talk about
boxers.
fighters
That's
Yes,
that are not
UFC
active?
313.
Zach, come on air. Does it say UFC, Zach?
Producer DC.
It does
You
not.
work for the
It
UFC.
does not. So it doesn't matter. Diaz. At number 2, Justin Gaethje has not worn undisputed gold. And at number 1, Dustin Poirier
Yeah, that's a
has
good
not worn undisputed gold. So yes, that is the list that wins. Dan, give me the
Let me
belt.
see that.
There's no.
Well, there's no belt.
Oh, you're missing some good ones. First of
Yeah.
all, you're gonna put Yair in there over Aspinall.
Right?
You're gonna really Aspinall's gonna be fighting
Aspinall's
John
the heavyweight
Jones.
champion right now.
No, he's
Oh,
the interim.
Yeah, come on.
Not
dude.
undisputed. Listen, you do
Khalil
commentating
Rountree.
for the
Ask
UFC.
Khalil
You have to know
Rountree.
these
No
things.
banking.
Ask
You
Khalil
have to know
Rountree.
these things.
Ask
You have to
Khalil
learn these
Rountree,
things.
who's the heavyweight champion. He'll tell you it's Tom Aspinall.
Not John Jones.
Everybody believes that he's the heavyweight champion.
Well, I think
That's
he would
because
like
you're a
to have
hater.
an undisputed
Khalil
belt.
told me this before I made my list.
Don't speak for Khalil.
Oh, he's teaching you.
Yeah, he told
All
me.
right, Aspinall, I got number 5. Then I got Colby, number 4.
Yep.
Chimaev, number 3. Masvidal, number 2. Poirier, number 1.
Okay.
They told me to go quick.
That's a
Some
decent
popular
list.
fellas.
All right, but let me show you.
Decent.
The
How
correct,
was yours better?
The correct list. Colby Covington at number 5. He fought Kamaru, Leon. He has been so close for so long. So
Uriah
I mean,
Faber.
how many times has
Might
he
as
been
well
there?
say Uriah Faber.
He's not active.
Well, he fought a lot of people like that.
Stephen Thompson. How did you not have Stephen
own
Thompson? two title
own
fights,
brother-in-law,
but never was able to get the belt.
He
Very
hates his
popular
brother-in-law.
guy. I don't know why you didn't have him on
Did
your
you
list.
do that on purpose?
Yeah, did your own
Candido
brother-in-law
told
do
you to do that?
No.
No, you
but
did
I
on
did
your
do it
own.
on
Laura, why do you
purpose.
keep acting like people got to think for you?
What?
He's acting like people has to think for you. Did Zach tell you to do that?
Are you trying
This
to
guy-
instigate a
yeah,
problem?
this guy is like bad.
He's
Laura.
trying to separate us.
Laura,
No,
he's bad.
Don't let him do that. Don't
Laura,
you look
he's
at me like
bad.
that.
You
do you
can think for
realize how much
yourself,
of an
Laura.
instigator this dude
I
is?
can't think for
I
myself.
know you can't. Don't let
Yes.
this dude try to make it
Yes,
seem
you
that way.
can.
I do know
ChatGPT
this.
works for everybody.
Guys, she's constipated. Leave her alone.
Oh my God!
don't
Stop,
you got
guys! Stop!
Anyway, Dustin Poirier and Justin Gaethje obviously
Yes,
are
yes.
other ones that have fought. I think Dustin should be number one. I kind of screwed that up. Yeah.
And you think Tom Aspinall,
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not the way I view him. It's how he really stands in MMA.
Yeah, it's most popular.
As
not,
interim.
not what DC thinks.
Yeah, as interim. Okay.
Is it on me? I'm gonna need my graphic because I don't have my card.
There it is.
Cha-cha-cha. Number 5, Yair Rodriguez.
Wow.
Super popular. Number 4, Derek Lewis. Most lovable fighter on the roster.
How do you not have Colby Covington?
Yeah, I kind of feel like I
equal
dropped the ball
parts
with
hated,
Colby
equal parts loved. Where
Okay,
I feel like,
But still
is-
popular.
yeah.
Known.
I think the hate outbalances.
But the number of
I'll
times,
be honest with you.
the number of times he fought
if
for
you
the belt.
said to random people Yair Rodriguez and then you said
Thank you.
Colby Covington,
Hey,
what's
I'll
the
be honest
percentage
with
of people that
you.
are going to know Colby versus
I think there'll be
Yair?
more people that will like Yair versus like Colby, but I think
will be
more
known.
people will have
Know
an emotional
Colby.
reaction to Colby.
Still the biggest
More
interview
people
I've ever
know
done.
Colby.
Covington.
Yes,
See?
I
Still
agree.
the biggest interview
I
I've
think
ever done,
more
Colby
people
Covington.
know Colby, but I think Yair would get more people, and also all of Mexico, right?
And Brock Lesnar.
Right. Derek Lewis, Tom Aspinall for all the reasons we mentioned, Dustin Poirier for all the reasons we mentioned, and Justin Gaethje, the most exciting fighter in mixed martial arts history.
Yep.
Sorry, Kazushi Sakuraba. It is him.
That was good.
Thank you.
Your lists are always good.
All right.
All right,
This
RJ, we
show.
got to say goodbye
Bye.
because we have a new guest. And I'm watching Claudia Gadelha's face as these conversations are going down, and we're talking about Sanko going to the bathroom and all
Claudia's
these
my
random
girl.
things.
She's not going to pick on me.
No, she's not going to
Claudia.
pick on
these
you.
men do.
She's
How
my
you
girl.
doing?
What are you
I'm
talking
good.
about?
Good.
No,
How you
she's
been?
mine.
Don't take her.
See.
No, she's mine.
Claudia, hello.
What's up,
Good to see
Claudia?
you.
Good to see you.
Former UFC title challenger, key member of the Fight Pass team, joining us now to talk a little bit about the Fight Pass Invitational 10 that went down last night. Michael Chiesa was on the call. Did you get a
Yeah,
chance
he
to listen?
was.
How did he do?
I didn't listen to him.
Oh, I did. Okay.
Okay.
She's busy.
She's
Claudia,
working.
yeah.
She's working.
It was. Did you guys watch?
I was
I
there.
watched
Cousin.
some of
It
it,
was
yep.
the best. That
It
was
was
the
good,
best.
right?
I got to be honest with you. Look, I shoot it from the hip. That's just me, right? The first time I was like, yo, I don't get this. We need more submissions. We need more action. Last night we got it.
There was
Dude, there
a lot
were
of
so many
submissions.
subs.
Really?
We got 8.
Sick
Yeah, it was
last night.
sick.
Really?
Yeah,
Have you,
I
have you
didn't see
seen
it.
it?
No, I didn't see it.
It's fun. It's
Yeah.
fun because we understanding what it takes to kill that wait time in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Because that's the most boring part of
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu
Yeah.
is waiting for something to happen. And you guys know you fight the way you train. And those competitors, they are used to train holding positions and looking to advance to then get to submission.
Yeah.
Now we're training them to go for submission all the time.
You guys got to figure it out.
Yeah, I think we're leading the charge of what it takes to win in jiu-jitsu right now. And they are understanding what we're doing, and they come here with that mindset. If you want to go back to compete in UFC jiu-jitsu, you have to go out there and finish
Yeah,
people.
You got to have exciting matches. You can't.
Right?
You can't just hang out.
Yeah,
That's not going to work.
Yeah.
You know who's listening to your coaching? Helena Kruvar, the young 18-year-old, gets to
Oh my
finish in 2 minutes
Calf
last
slicer.
night. What does the future hold in store for her?
It
Oh
was
my
sick.
God. How crazy was
So
that
sick.
calf
It was
slice?
a calf slicer and a choke
And a
at the
choke
same
At the same
time.
time, like her opponent was all
Nasty.
crooked.
It's crazy to do that.
Nasty.
Yeah.
I could do it too if you want me to.
Chris, it was nasty, bro.
Too big.
Go ahead, Claudia. Sorry.
I mean, she's kind of like setting the pace of what it takes to a young athlete to win in jiu-jitsu today. She's coming in with submissions. She finishes everybody, and she just turned 18 years old. And
Oh,
her
yeah, she trains
opponent-
with Danaher.
Yes, her
yeah, I
opponent
trained
is-
Watch
room with
this.
her.
Watch this.
Look, Chris,
She
watch.
flips her, and then she's going
Okay.
to grab her neck. And she's got the calf slicer in already.
Hey, Maggie is 7
Claudia,
times
walk,
world
Claudia,
champion.
Claudia,
yeah,
walk us through this a little bit.
So
What's she doing?
that's a calf slicer right there. She's holding Maggie's hip.
Maggie seems okay at this point.
Yeah, but now like the hip grab there is what it's holding that calf slicer, and then she goes and tries to grab the choke with at
Claudia,
the same time.
why'd Maggie put her back over the top of her? It seemed like she put herself in a worse position.
Yeah, I think she couldn't. I think she couldn't move anymore. Like her hips were bent. She couldn't
Charles
move anymore.
Oliveira hit something like that once in the UFC.
Similar, yeah.
Yeah,
Guess
very
who?
similar. I think he was going for the neck, and the person was like, "All right, it's too much."
Yeah,
Tapped
but
him
she.
back. Yeah.
Hey, she's showing to everybody what it takes to win there. She's finishing everybody at
She's so
18
young.
years old.
Bro, it's the John Danaher effect. You go into that room, it's just phenoms over and over again. They don't stop training. They train 7 days a week, and they just drill nonstop. They're so good.
Yeah.
Danaher is an amazing coach.
Yeah.
Another
Yes.
finish, Brianna St. Marie, bomb flu choke.
That's crazy. Like to see traditional jiu-jitsu with modern jiu-jitsu in pure jiu-jitsu inside the UFC like that, it was crazy. I couldn't believe that was happening because you see this happening in MMA all the time.
Look at that.
But in Jiu-Jitsu, it's not very common because it's like I was saying, traditional with modern Jiu-Jitsu blends together, and that kind of shows how Brianna has a high level IQ.
And it's so sneaky.
Well, you can
too.
see it already,
So
right?
sneaky.
You can see her arm was stuck. It's trapped under the chest of her opponent. She starts driving the shoulder pressure. There was nothing she could do. It was nasty.
It's one of those things that you tell people. If you're holding onto a guillotine, they start going to side control. You have to let go.
Let
of
it
that
go,
thing,
yeah.
But
because you
people
don't want to
trap
be
the
in
arm and they don't let you let go. The people
That's
that are really good.
100%. Like the 205 pounder. What was it?
Vince St.
Preux.
Yeah.
He
hit
was
that.
good at it.
Yeah, I think he hit it more than anybody.
Yeah.
4 times.
Yeah.
Hanato Canuto quickly becoming one of Fight Pass Invitational's most exciting fighters and getting it done again last night.
He's fun, he's creative, he's risk-free. He goes in there, he doesn't care if he lands in a bad position. He'll find a way to readjust and be in a good position all the time. And I think he had an injury leading up to this match, but he went in there and everybody gets so excited when he's on the mats, and he just murders people.
What's the guy in the Grays name? Do you remember?
Oliver Taza.
Yeah, he trains with them.
He does,
But even the decisions last night were really good. Like, there was one where the kid got a decision, but he just kept jumping on the guillotine. Thought he had it 6 times.
Ronaldo Jr.
Yeah, Ronaldo. I was like, man, this is over. But the guy just was so calm and patient that he got it done. It was crazy.
And that's the thing too. Like for us on the business side, we pay them almost the same amount of money to finish than we pay for them to show. So there's only show money and finish money.
Yeah,
there's no win money.
That's awesome.
You know?
Yeah.
So you go out there, you got to finish. So he kept fighting for his finish bonus.
He kept getting to that guillotine, man, and he would get it tight.
He did a couple of times, yeah.
How about the main event? Victor Hugo defeats Nicky Rod, making him 4-0 against him. This was the main event last night.
That was incredible.
Nicky Rod got beat last night. Nicky
Rod
Rod had built this like he had built it on this like everybody thought he's the man.
Yeah.
And then this dude goes and beats him again, but dude been beating him the whole time.
Yeah, Nicky is in a great momentum now, but it seems like Victor with his agility.
You got the takedown.
He's 170 pounds and he's so fast. Look at that.
Because Rod, I mean, he was a decent wrestler, I think. I think he wrestled out in Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This dude.
Oh, man.
His foundation was built by Danaher, too.
Oh, yeah.
I watched this big guy.
The Henzo's.
I saw this big guy walking into the arena. I didn't know who he was, but we shared a moment. We walked past each other and we made eye contact and we hugged, Chris.
Oh.
And I said, man, you go have fun tonight. I had no idea he was in the main event. And I watched him walk out. I was like, yo, that's the guy I was hugging.
Did you have the nipple covers on?
Chris, stop with the
Do you always have nipple covers on?
Oh, my God, with the nipples.
Hey, news broke last night that Mikey Musumeci, William Tackett, Mason Fowler, all going to be competing at the next Fight Pass Invitational.
Bring my boy Mason back.
What can we expect from this event?
Man, it's gonna be insane. Like you guys can see, we bring in the best grapplers to the UFC. And hey,
Mikey better put on a show this time, though. He better. Because last time, man, he need to go put on a show. Mikey got
he kept fighting for the same thing.
Yeah, the same move. He got to go mix it up a little bit, Mikey.
He has to.
He's
but
so good, though.
you know, he's good, and it's so hard to match him against anybody because he beat everybody. You know.
Yeah.
So like now we it's kind of hard to bring people in to challenge him because he just beat everybody. But we got new talent in there, and we have, you know, a whole strategy for Jiu-Jitsu in the UFC.
Yeah.
And we have the blueprint. Like the UFC knows what it takes to build superstars and to bring the best in here, and we're just copying what the UFC did to MMA with Jiu-Jitsu, and it's working very well.
If it's like last night, I'm in.
Yeah.
If it's like last night, I'm in.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, it was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was sick.
Well, we're looking forward to the next event. Claudia, thank you so much for joining us here. And I'm sorry for all the shenanigans. I know it's not very professional.
It's
fun.
laughing.
You brought a big level of professionalism.
She likes that.
Yeah, she actually kind of like
I'm just making sure.
She brought us up a level.
She leveled us up a little bit.
I was laughing. Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me here.
All right, thank you, Claudia. As always, we would like to thank one of our presenting sponsors, Stake.us, America's favorite social casino. Sign up today using the code WAYIN. That is Stake.us. Khalil Rountree is in the house.
How you doing?
Man?
Hello.
Thanks for joining us.
Good to see you too.
Yes.
Khalil.
Hey guys.
Not too far of a trip for you, right?
No.
Yeah, this works
10-minute
out.
drive.
Yeah, perfect.
Well, there's clearly no better guy to talk to about Alex Pereira than you, since you were the last man that stepped into the octagon with him and put on a a fight of the night type performance against the champion. What are your thoughts on what we're going to see here coming up on Saturday night at T-Mobile Arena?
Man, I've had many different thoughts. You know, I look at both, you know, both guys. We all know that, you know, Ankalaev is worthy, you know, of this fight, and we know what he possesses. But I don't think that we've seen the end of Alex. I don't think we've seen the peak of Alex either. So, you know, in my opinion, it's really just like a toss-up. You know, I'm hoping that Alex wins because eventually I'd like a rematch, and you know, that would be cool, and that's what I'm working towards. But to be honest, like, I wouldn't be surprised. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Ankalaev got the win.
Really? Have you trained with Ankalaev before? Because I know he trains out in Vegas. You're out here in Vegas.
No, never trained. No,
really?
No.
Gotcha.
Never trained with him before.
Do you think I don't know if I'm going out of order. But
you are, but go ahead.
Screw you.
It's fine. They're telling
Go with
us
the flow.
They always make
with
me
the
go left.
program, wide.
Yeah, my bad. I'm creating my own program. I mean, what's your like? We haven't seen Ankalaev really wrestle that much in fights, other than when his calves were all beat up from Jan Blachowicz.
Yeah.
Do you think do you think he's going to implement the wrestling? And if he doesn't, do you think he's good enough on the feet to be able to make it a close fight or be able to get a win just on the feet, just striking?
I mean, here's just my honest outlook. From what I've seen on a striking perspective, I don't see them matching up equally in that department. We haven't seen much of the wrestling, but we do know that he's a strong guy. You know, we know, he's a tough guy, he's a strong guy. So maybe this is the fight where he really brings it out. And then that's why I'm saying, like, I wouldn't be surprised if he brought that against Alex. It looks like Alex been working on his wrestling. So hopefully enough to secure the win. But I don't know, man. It's when it comes to a striking match, I'm going to give it to Pereira. I was in there with him, and the guy just hits different. He really does. And so, yeah, I'm really excited to watch this fight. I'll be there.
It was the calf kicks, because Ankalaev has struggled with calf kicks before in some of his fights. Do you see, after being in the cage with Pereira, how the calf kicks, is it really that much different than everybody else's calf kicks? Do you see that as a huge X factor in this fight?
I think that he throws them in a tricky way. You know, like he's pretty consistent at landing them. During the fight, I know he landed a few on me, and I think some of the commentators thought that it was affecting me. And maybe it was, but I've been calf kicked before in fights where I'm like, I can't take any more of these. And in that fight, I wasn't, that thought didn't necessarily go through my brain. So, I think it can be an effective tool. I mean, especially the way this guy throws him, and he does kick hard. Like, everything that he does, you can add a little extra percentage to it as far as like the power and the speed and the IQ.
Even the jab.
The jab is really what damaged me. Like his jab, the one that split my eye in the third round, like a little bit past halfway in the third round. That's what changed the dynamic of the fight. You know, I've watched it 1,000 times. It wasn't necessarily all cardio. It was like, as soon as he established that stiff jab and he got his distance, man, I was pretty shocked, and it split my eye. My eye went blank, I couldn't see out of it. And I was like, all that from a jab.
Crazy.
And then so I'm thinking about the jab, and then I'm getting calf kicked, and then, so he's got a good way of mixing up. He's got a really good corner.
Yeah.
And was the anticipation of the left hook that crazy? Were you thinking about that? Like, you get hit with the jab, but then you're worried about, oh crap, the left hook is that dangerous, or was that not that big of a factor?
Yeah, I definitely highly considered the left hook, in preparation and in training and in strategy. I knew I just didn't want to get hit by it, so I did my best to stay away from the left hook. We've seen what the left hook can do against everybody. So that would be a smart thing, for Ankalaev and his corners to definitely avoid the left hook. Don't sleep on it. But yeah, man, I've got nothing but good things to say about Alex and his skill and his corner and how they, how they run their camp. So again, it's going to be a very exciting fight. I won't be surprised on the outcome of either one, because I do believe that both guys are great fighters. But like I said, I'm hoping for Alex to pull out the win.
We talk about the aura a lot, right, of Alex Pereira, but this week he acknowledged that without saying it this way, you probably handled that better than any of his previous opponents. He looked at you and saw someone who was kind of ready to meet him, almost aura for aura or energy for energy. What's your advice to Ankalaev in terms of that aspect of the game it's not something we can look at on paper? What were you doing that made him recognize, oh man, this is a different character. This is a different guy?
You know, I don't think that I can necessarily give advice, but what I can speak to in that is that right now for me, and the reason why I always wanted to fight Alex and stuff, is my heart, my mind, everything is set on being the champion. And so it didn't matter who was in front of me, whether it was, you know, Alex or whoever else. I came bearing that energy is like, no, I'm here to take what's mine or what I'm going after, you know, and that was just radiating through me. So, you know, that's what he felt. You know, it's not, I didn't have any strategy. I wasn't thinking about, you know, I got to fake this guy out or I got to show him that he's not going to intimidate me. No, I was literally there.
Just internal.
100% prepared for the moment and ready to take the belt.
On the biggest stage that you ever had in your career, you put on the performance of a lifetime, and people will, for years, give you credit for toughness, durability, and all that you did. But ultimately, you have to move forward, right? And you're moving forward with Jamal Hill.
Yeah.
What do you make of that fight, and where do you think that win puts you if you can get a victory over a guy that was a former champion?
You know, I'm very happy about this fight. I think that this fight really is going to help me. A win over Jamal Hill really helps me to secure that position in the top 5. You know, I think I beat Jamal Hill, and there's no more question about what number should be next to my name, you know? And so it's a very important fight for me. I'm not looking past Jamal Hill. I think that, you know, the things that he's done, he's still growing. It's trial and error in this game sometimes, you know, and you take some losses and you make some adjustments. And I think that, you know, he's still probably doing that. So, you know, with me and what I'm training in, a win over Jamal Hill, I feel like puts me in the top 5. And my goal is, if Alex remains the champion, I know he's got other things going on, but my mind is like, I want a rematch, you know, like that's just when it comes.
After you want to go back in there, huh?
I do.
Yeah.
I honestly do. It's nothing that I'm afraid of. I don't mind getting into that same type of fight with him. I've seen it. I've watched it. I know the adjustments that, you know, that I need to make. I learned so much from that fight, man. You know, like I just learned so much about myself, about the depths that I can go. I was swinging hard until the last one. You know, like it's not like I was slowed down and oh no, I was do those punches. If I just would have stepped closer a little bit, you know, they were still dangerous. So, I really think that if he's the guy to, you know, that nobody can beat, I really do think that, and I know that I can beat him. And so, you know, that's just my vision, you know. I'm going for the belt. I want to be the champion. I'm doing the work that it takes. That's all that I'm focused on in my life right now. And the fight against Jamal Hill is just the next step in making that dream come true.
Well, let me ask you this. If you get that opportunity again, DC told us that your game plan was to wrestle more than you did. Would you do that this time around against Alex?
You know, I think that I would definitely consider mixing it up a little bit more. And, you know, like I said, I learned a lot from that fight. It was more, I made a promise to the fans before that fight that I wasn't going to shoot for a takedown. And
do you see takedowns in there against him?
I didn't really, you know, like I didn't really see this opportunity to like really take a secure shot. It more would have been like a desperation or diving shot or just doing it just to see. But
that could be a problem for Ankalaev too, not seeing those shots.
Yeah, I mean, they are hard to see. The guy's got great stance. He's got great footwork, great movement. He stays, you know, really balanced throughout the fight, all while just like maintaining and elevating this IQ like round by round. It's crazy. But I think that I would, because of what I'm doing now, and I just want to progress and I want to just be an all-around good championship level fighter. And I've been working a lot of my wrestling, you know, and I've been working a lot of my jiu-jitsu and just being able to mix up things and make certain decisions when I need to and have more tools in my bag. So if I fought him again, or if and when, if that opportunity presents itself, then yeah, this one is about me getting the belt now. And not that it wasn't before, but I promised the fans that I was going to strike. And now this time, the promise would be that I'm going to promise fans that I'll get the belt.
Love it.
Khalil Rountree got a lot of time left in the fight game, but when you choose to do so, I think he'd be a damn good commentator. So, I mean, you know, Weidman in D.C., if they can't make the weigh-in show one day.
I don't need no more black commentators.
Hey.
Come on, man.
This guy's good.
Come on.
They start taking my spot.
No. Together,
Khalil, I
man.
want you.
Together.
Khalil, I want you. Khalil. Khalil, I want you. Do the contender series.
Let's do it.
Khalil,
thank you, man. They try to say I lost my black card because I was up here rapping with 3 white folks.
No, because you were wearing nipple
No,
covers.
because you were wearing nipple.
Because I wore nipple covers.
You did.
Yes.
Yeah.
I lost
show
my
him.
card.
DC, show him.
Where are they?
Yeah,
Do we have a
can I see it
replay
really
of him
quick? Do we
removing the
have
nipple
this
covers?
before I go? Can we see? Why,
They're
DC?
flowers.
I know it's just.
Why,
I don't
DC?
know, man. I gotta
It
stop
was a
this shit. I
problem.
gotta stop this shit, Khalil.
He was excited
Free
for
the
fights.
nipple, my man. Free the
yeah.
nipple.
Oh,
Khalil, watch
here
it. Look. Watch
This
this.
is bad.
DC.
That's not Photoshop either. That's real deal.
Think about it.
Bro.
Khalil, don't think about it.
Yeah.
Khalil, don't think about it.
Will
Don't think
the
about it.
community have him back after that?
You know what? My side of the community, where I represent, yeah, absolutely.
I'm a
DC.
pillar of the community.
Yeah, DC. Everything you've done,
Lafayette, Louisiana.
everything
I
you've
got
done for
some
us.
explaining to do.
You're paving the way, so we can't.
That's
we
my
can't
brother
keep it
right
around.
there. You see that?
Yeah.
There's a portion of the community that's going to love that. All over it. All over it.
John, Dan, you know what's crazy, Dan?
What?
I actually am a pillar for my people. I don't know what you are.
I'm a pillar for my people. All the Norwegians out there.
Hey, Dan.
Let's go.
Norway, stand up.
Hey, listen, Dan. Every single retirement home in Florida, they are really rooting for you at 60. As a 60-year-old white
Khalil,
man.
real guess. Real guess. He likes to call me 60. How old do you think?
Doesn't he look like he's 60?
Real guess?
Real
Yeah,
guess.
real guess.
60.
Be honest.
53.
God damn it.
Told you. Told you.
49, Khalil, for the love of
I
God.
was trying to give you. Well, here's the
And
thing.
he's got makeup on.
And he's wearing makeup, Khalil.
No, here's the thing.
And he's wearing makeup.
I just said that because my coach is 60. He's like in the best shape of his life, all this stuff. So I always think high. I don't know.
Because
How old is Weidman?
It's the maturation.
Weidman?
Oh boy, we're gonna do all of us.
Oh, wow. Look at you puckering?
Weidman's 47.
Why are you making?
He's right. He's right.
What about me? What about me? What about me?
He's not right.
DC, you're 54.
This is great. Now I feel better. Thank
He's
you.
being honest about what he's
Don't
saying.
do me.
Yeah, do
don't do me
psycho.
dirty. I love Mia.
Laura,
You know the truth. You probably know.
38.
29.
Oh yes.
Khalil, she's married.
This guy.
42.
I hate her.
He's flirtatious. He's over here.
I'm not flirting with Laura. Look, dude, come on.
Nice.
No, honestly, like Laura's got great skin.
Thank you.
I've got great skin.
Thank you.
Look at my face, dude. This shit's made for TV.
You could use a little bit of like retinol, some
Hyaluronic acid.
hyaluronic acid.
Yep.
Is that the key? It's called hyaluronic acid?
Have you seen?
Hey,
have you seen?
Hey,
Is that the key?
Hey,
What is the key?
Guys,
Okay.
Khalil's done.
I'm done.
Khalil, get off.
Check it out. April 26th, guys. Check it out.
Yeah, let's go.
You're
That's
off my
gonna be a
TV
fun
show,
show.
Roundtree
Khalil.
Jr.,
You know
Jamal
what this
Hill.
shit- you know what this show's
in
called?
Kansas City, right?
Yes.
In Kansas
That's
City.
like
Yes.
Senko's hometown,
Yes.
basically.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
One more thing. It's TKO Takeover weekend.
Yes, it is.
So we got PBR, WWE, and
Yeah.
How am I
Roundtree
missing
versus
that
Hill,
show?
all in one weekend in Kansas
All
City.
in KC.
going
We're
every-
gonna
It's
have
gonna
fun.
be
You
on.
know,
It's,
you know the shares are going up at that point.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
And that same week, the Royals, I think, are playing the Rockies. It's gonna be a whole week in Kansas City. It's crazy.
I'm going to come just to come now.
I mean,
Yeah,
guys.
it's gonna be a vibe. That's
Yeah.
what we say. Like, cool.
What do you mean we say? What are you saying?
I'm cool. So we say
Oh.
stuff like, it'll be a vibe.
Okay.
That's how y'all use that, Khalil? Nah.
We're the same age, DC. We're the same age.
Oh, you said DC was 54.
Yeah, me too.
No, Khalil's like 30.
I just turned 35.
Young buck.
Khalil, thanks, dude.
Thanks,
we're gonna
guys.
get you on the. We're gonna get you on the show.
Hey, anytime you need me, I'm 10 minutes away.
All right.
You guys got my number.
Thanks, man.
Hey, did you ask me before you gave him an invitation? You know nobody comes on this show without asking me.
DC.
The weigh-in show featuring Daniel Cormier.
that's
is
not what it's called.
Yes, it's called.
No
Not
one
what it's
says
called.
that.
Yes,
no
it
one,
is.
No one says that.
DC, I'll see you on the.
Where'd you see
my
that?
brother. Hey, I've heard people going, hey, yo, have you guys seen that weigh-in show featuring Daniel Cormier? I've heard
I don't
people
think I've
say
ever
that.
heard anybody
No
else
one's ever
that.
said that.
No?
They say, is that the show Chris Weidman does? And I'm like, yeah, that's it.
Outside of
Are we done? I mean,
Izzy's
No.
win over Alex Pereira, you could make the argument that man was his toughest competition, right?
no.
Okay.
There was a tougher fight.
Well,
He's in the group.
let's talk about the. Most people think Ankalaev will be the toughest competition. All right. Who do you think ranks among his most dangerous challengers, right? When you get to Ankalaev, if it's just him, that's it. That's your list. But if you have guys above him.
Rountree was 3, right?
Okay.
Rountree was 3. So
All
I'm not saying he's not on my list. Jan Blachowicz, it was a split decision, was 2, right? Because had he not fatigued, it looked like he was going to beat Alex pretty convincingly. First round was kind of an easy win for Jan. And then Izzy knocking him out. But even that, I think Blachowicz might be a tougher fight. Sure, the result went in Izzy's way. But up to that point, Pereira was beating on Adesanya. Remember, he had him backed up against the side of the fence. His leg was already beat up from the leg kicks. He was walking him down, not respecting him, trying to finish him.
So Ankalaev doesn't even make your list.
So-
you were
so-
supposed to do the list until you got to Ankalaev.
These 3 were tough.
next.
So these 3
are his toughest to this point.
No.
No.
So where do you
rank Ankalaev on that
Why
list?
do you always misunderstand the list?
Rank Alex Pereira's UFC opponent.
on the call.
No, because he hasn't joined the production calls that we do every week.
Rank Alex Pereira's opponents. We don't know what Ankalaev looks
Where
like.
do you
How can
think
we put him on a list?
Because
Where do you think he
it's
falls
a
on this
prediction. It's a prediction.
In terms of this list?
DC,
Right now.
Literally, the assignment was everybody, and then when you get to Ankalaev, you stop the list.
Where would he fall on your list? Would he make the list?
Is he a harder fight than Jan?
Man, I saw Jan.
The answer is yes.
I would say no.
What?
He lost a split decision.
Ankalaev took
Until
down
now, maybe when we get through Saturday, I'll have a different opinion. But in terms of just guessing right now, I've never seen him in there with anybody tougher
That's
than
the
Jan.
whole point of this list.
But you saw Pereira versus Jan, and then you saw
And
Jan
Jan
versus
was beating Pereira outside of getting fatigued.
and Ankalaev
Yeah, I
beat
will.
Jan.
I will.
All right, Senko, can you show us a real list?
With wrestling.
I will show you what a real list looks like, okay? A real list is very, very short. And it's going to be number 1, Israel Adesanya post getting TKO'd by Pereira. That motivated him in a way that nothing else did. And Izzy went out there, a man on a mission, unlike anything I've ever seen. And number 2 is Magomed Ankalaev.
Let me look at this email, man.
And that's where the list ends, because that was the assignment, is list his
Right.
toughest opponents
Yeah. Right.
until you get to Magomed Ankalaev.
No wonder you were a 4-0 student.
Yeah,
All right, let's go
we
from
have-
4-0 to a 2-0.
we
but
have
I'm
the
still
same
curious
thing.
I was
about
like
your
a
list.
4-5, but it's
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
We have the same list. I went Adesanya in the second fight, his motivation and everything. Listen, he knocked him out. Boom. That's the hardest fight he's ever had. And then Ankalaev. I think because he had fought Jan, that was his toughest fight, other than losing to Adesanya. Split decision, he got out-wrestled.
Why is this so hard for
Because you know what Pereira
So
told
I
me
think
yesterday?
Ankalaev is number 2.
I'm talking to Pereira, and he goes, what if I'm his toughest fight? How do you know he's going to be my toughest fight? He goes, this is all guess. It's all a guess.
That's what we
get
do.
paid to do.
Yeah, but still, I understand that. But it's like, Alex goes, maybe I'm his toughest opponent.
It might be.
Everybody keeps saying he's my toughest.
That
What
probably-
about Jan Blachowicz?
He's definitely
What
his
about
toughest.
Israel Adesanya?
Well,
I agree.
He's his toughest. He's the
They
champ.
can both
Yeah.
be true.
No, but why? But the champion feels that we are doing it so much in terms of like, this guy's going to be such a problem that he has to ask himself, he's never seen nothing like me.
He hasn't.
But
That's
everybody's
true.
trying to dethrone the champ. It's understood that he will be the toughest opponent for Magomed Ankalaev.
I'm not saying that Magomed's not going to be the toughest. But again, it's rooted in guess. I know how Jan Blachowicz. I believe that if Jan Blachowicz fought him anywhere else,
Then Salt Lake
not
City.
at altitude, and he might actually beat him.
But did you see what Magomed Ankalaev did to Jan Blachowicz?
Yes.
What did he do?
It was a
He
pretty.
It was a
got
very
on-
close
got on
fight.
top of him. Now
Hey,
listen.
it was a draw.
It was a draw.
I mean,
Okay.
But,
was a draw.
But we saw the
But in
wrestling
the
aspect.
wrestling- yeah,
and
the
Jan
wrestling
did that to
aspect, he
Pereira.
absolutely dominated.
Ankalaev
but it
did
was a
that
draw,
to Jan.
right? Essentially, we're mixing both together.
It's apples and oranges.
Apples and, yeah, they're together.
Do you guys
Apples
wanna-
and apples.
Do you guys want to play another game?
Yeah, we
Sure.
can.
How drunk are you, Chris?
We haven't really.
Pretty
Drunk.
drunk.
I got to take a piss.
This is
so
called
bad.
lollipop deodorant.
There's
You
a
have
lot
lollipop
of,
in one hand.
fluid in the system.
You have a stick of deodorant in the other.
I don't have to take a dump, though.
RJ's
doing?
passing them out. Let's take a look at the example
Laura,
here
you
really
don't
quick.
like
Oh, wait, what do we have to do here?
Just watch this.
Deodorant. Lolly. 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 Dio. Dio.
So someone's standing behind us?
Dio. Dio.
Are we all
Lolly.
at the same time?
Lolly. Dio. Dio. Lolly. 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 Dio. Lolly. 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 Dio. Dio. Lolly. Dio. Switch hands. Lolly. No, that's it. I'm done.
All right, so you guys get the gist. You're
So-
supposed to
Are we going
smell
at
the
this
deodorant.
all
You
at the
lick
same
the
time?
lollipop. RJ's gonna run
all,
the
all at
here.
the same time, right? Unsheath.
No.
No, one by one.
Okay.
Oh, let's go one by one.
Oh, okay. Pick
Oh,
the order,
okay.
Dan.
Let's have Weidman
long are we
go
going
first.
for?
Let's have Weidman go first.
All right, so
I'm right.
All right, can we
behind
put
you
the clock up,
guys.
please? Lolly, Dio. Lolly, Dio. That's
Dio.
how we're gonna do
he's
it.
talking.
I'm talking.
Fast.
Here we go. Lolly.
Whoa.
Lolly.
That made me uncomfortable.
I mean, come on.
No, just suck, like just.
Lolly.
Just lick it.
Just a lick.
Dio.
Jeez, you don't have to.
Stop
Golly.
deep throating it.
Dio.
Just touch it.
What?
Dio. Lolly.
Faster.
Lolly. Dio. Dio.
Did it.
Dio. Lolly. Lolly. Dio. Lolly. Dio. Lolly.
Switch hands.
Dio. 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 Lolly. Dio. Lolly.
That's
Lolly.
too slow. He's going
Yeah,
too
he's
slow.
going
Let me
really
do it.
slow.
Dio.
It's not challenging.
Let me do
Lolly.
it. Let me do
He's
it.
Dio.
thinking about it.
Let me
Lolly.
do Laura.
Thinking
Let me
about
do
it.
Laura.
Lolly.
Let me do Laura.
You're gonna.
Dio.
Okay.
I'll do Laura.
Dio.
Ah. At least
I
you
got
got
that.
that.
I'll take that.
I got Laura. I got
Your
Laura.
rhythm was too predictable. No, I'm just
I gotta break
Tell
my
me when.
timing, you know?
Whenever.
Give me the clock.
Oh, we got the clock up.
Wait for the clock and go.
Lolly. 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 Deal. Lolly. Deal. Lolly. Lolly.
I thought you were supposed to put the lollipop in your mouth.
Deal. 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 Lolly. Lolly.
Oh, damn.
Deal. Lolly. Deal. Lolly. Lolly. Deal. Lolly.
Oh, damn it.
Deal.
Wait, stop. Hold, reset.
Lolly.
No timeout.
Lolly. Deal. 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 You almost put it in your mouth. Lolly.
Like a
Deal.
rat.
Deal. Deal. Lolly. 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 Deal. Deal. Lolly. Lolly. Deal. 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 Lolly. Deal. Lolly. Deal. Good job, Laura. That was
Wow.
Are you supposed to? You don't have to close your eyes.
All right, let me
It
get.
helps.
I want to get Cormier.
It helps.
All right, you do DC.
Make him,
Yeah, so you
make
can
him
do it
switch
slow,
halfway
like-
through.
Oh, I gotta take a
Yeah,
piss
the
so
switch
bad.
is a
Make
big
him
one.
switch.
Knockout punch. Wow.
All right.
All right, Weidman, you can go take a
Move
leak
forward,
right after
move forward,
this.
Move forward.
Wait, what are you doing? Okay.
No, sit in your seat
Gotta
in the
get,
back.
get
Put your
in
back
zone,
up
DC.
there.
Okay.
All right. Can we get the clock up, guys? There it is.
Smell it. Lick it. Now you should put it in your mouth. I think it's better.
No.
All right.
Speed. You want speed?
All right, we ready?
Lolly, lolly,
lick.
lolly, lolly, Dio, 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 Dio. That lolly, lolly, Dio,
Gotta sniff it, bro.
lolly, 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 Dio, Dio, lolly, Dio.
Oh!
Lolly, 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 Dio, 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 lolly, lolly, Dio, lolly, Dio, lolly, Dio, 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 lolly.
It stinks. It stinks.
Lolly, 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 lick it, lolly,
Lick it. That's not enough.
lolly, 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 lick it. Dio,
Tell him
Dio,
to lick, tell him to lick it
lolly,
again.
lolly, lick it, lick it.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow. World-class athlete.
Yeah, you
All right,
see
it's to
that?
the right, right?
All right,
RJ,
we gotta
get
out of
him,
here.
get him.
It's pretty impressive.
Weidman's
It starts
going
to
to the
smell
bathroom.
by
Okay.
Oh,
I
Here
feel
we
like
go.
this is gonna give me a little bit of a headache. All right, so lick, sniff.
Lick and snap. All right, clock. Here we go. Lolly.
Hold on. Let me get my shirt right.
What?
Oh, you're killing 5 seconds of it. Lolly. 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 Dio. Lolly. Lolly. Lolly.
stop making that
Dio.
noise.
That was Dio. Dio.
Okay.
Dio. Dio. Lolly. Dio. Lolly. Dio. 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 Lolly.
Make him
Switch hands.
Make him
Switch
switch
hands.
Lolly. Dio. Dio.
Lolly. Switch
Dio.
hands.
Dio. Lolly.
Switch
Dio.
hands.
Lolly. 3 Dios and a lolly. Lolly. Dio.
He's not, but the problem is he's
Dio.
not reacting right away.
Dio.
He's taking his time.
Dio.
He's like,
Dio.
listen,
Dio.
stop, wait.
Yeah, you're just going. You're just hamming it. Dio. Lolly. Dio. Lolly. Lolly. Dio. Dio.
Oh, he's terrible. You're not good, Hellcat.
Dominated. It is hard not to
Did
stick
I
the
win? Did
deodorant
I
right
win?
in your nose.
Did I win?
It's hard to tell.
I think
that's a good game. I
that
don't
was
feel like it
pretty
really resonated.
No, he said it won.
Yeah.
Did I win?
It's not my. Can we get a
I feel
ruling?
like the truck.
They can't all be gold.
They can't all be gold.
I
I don't know what that means.
All right, I don't think we had a winner. I think that game kind of flopped, to be honest with you, because nobody stuck the deodorant in their mouth.
Yeah.
close.
You guys are just too good.
All right,
Yeah.
let's go back to our
You guys should
March
eat
Madness.
deodorant for funny.
We're in the Elite Eight.
Okay.
And you're going to get a play since Weidman's not.
I'll be Weidman.
And we have
in the role of Chris Weidman.
Islam versus Leon. That's a #1 seed against a #9 seed, right? So this is our pound-for-pound bracket based on the UFC rankings in March Madness format. We're in the Elite Eight,
What
and
about
it's
our
Leon
weigh-ins?
versus Islam. DC, we'll start with you.
We haven't done a weigh-in in a while.
Yeah, Alex hasn't.
Alex weighed in.
Oh, he did?
Everyone's weighed in.
I'm a little hammered.
I think we're
I had
good.
a Monaco.
I think we're good.
9%.
I take Makachev. I'm
Yeah.
taking Makachev,
Same.
yeah. I'm
Yep.
taking Makachev.
Me too. He's moving on.
That's very confident, guys. Okay.
Ooh, our
That's a good fight, though.
Georgian brothers, Ilia Topuria against Merab Dwalish-Wheelie.
Ooh.
I think I'm going to go with Ilya.
I
Much
think
to my...
I might. Fuck. Merab doesn't need to take you down to win the round.
Yeah,
That's
but
the
here's the
thing.
deal,
All he
here's
has
the
to
deal.
do is just
Control
shoot
you?
and make you.
No.
He just has to shoot and make you be defensive, and you don't do anything.
Here's the problem. We've seen Merab hurt by
Yeah.
Marlon Moraes. If he's hurt by
Exactly.
Marlon Moraes, he's getting hurt by Ilia Topuria and getting put out of there.
If
Ilya's
Ilya
not
could,
letting him off the
if
hook.
Ilya could not just defend the takedowns of Merab, but punish Merab for shooting, then it's Ilya easy.
What's what
I'm
I see
taking Ilya.
happening.
All right.
I'm taking Ilya.
So it's Topuria. 4 seed advances versus the 5 seed. Volkanovski against Charles Oliveira, 11 versus
11-14 match. That's always fun, right? We always love those, Dan. Because we watch March Madness.
2 low seeds. Sanko?
Do I have to go first?
Yeah, you go.
I think and they're the same size.
The later the fight
Charles-
goes,
I'm taking Volkanovski.
Fuck.
Took Merab over Topuria?
No,
No.
Topuria.
No, we took Topuria.
It's Topuria.
Topuria.
Okay.
He's not Italian.
Hey guys, I think I'm gonna take Volkanovski in this one.
Okay.
the longer the fight goes,
Yeah,
the
I
better
think
it
it's
is for both.
Volkanovski. Volkanovski or Charles?
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Volkanovski's pretty squared away. He was able to stop the takedowns of Islam. Yeah, I'm going to go with Volkanovski.
Are you out of breath?
Yeah, I just sprinted here. The
It's
bathroom was
really
so
hard
far
to
away.
find.
I went that way.
There's literally one right out the
Which
door.
trash can did you use? The hallway or
The first one on the right.
I think it's Volk. I think we agree it's Volk, yeah?
Yeah.
Who did you pick?
I'd said Charles, but I'm not mad at all about Volk.
Volk is just so
He's good. He's good
strong
everywhere.
and
So good
well-rounded.
everywhere.
Yeah.
I think I'd agree, Volk. Yeah, I'm going Volk. All right, so Volkanovski
clipped.
advances the 11 seed, beating the 14 seed. John Jones, Alexandre Pantoja. Remember, pound for pound, these guys are the exact same size. It's a number 2 seed taking on a 10 seed. DC, we start with you on this one.
I think I still got Jones. I think
so
Jones
durable.
still beats Pantoja. He's good, man. He's really good. Everything that he does. Yeah.
I think Jones.
Jones.
All right, so I think we're all on Jones. Let's go to our final 4 now. Islam versus Ilia Topuria, which could actually end up coming to fruition perhaps this year. Let's start with Weidman.
I'm
That's
a
a tough one.
huge fan of Ilya. I'm a huge fan of Islam's too, but man, I just think Ilya's so good on the feet. I think he's very well-rounded. He's going to be tough to take down. I'm going to go with Ilya.
I'm not in.
I could call it.
That's true. All right, so it's just us 3.
Okay, just as hacks that don't call fights. Okay. We can be honest.
Bunch of losers.
I know,
over here.
right?
Yeah, let's go.
Well, my tie break. Are you going? You went Ilya?
I want Ilya.
I'm going to go Islam.
You just want to tie break it?
Yeah, so you got to tie break it.
What a great fucking fight.
Yeah.
When they put the bracket together, I was like, I think Ilya's going to win.
And
it.
we're
I didn't
also
think it was
imagining them at the same exact weight, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're the same size.
It's
So
like
Islam's
150.
not big.
So the advantages Islam had over Volk don't exist here.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ilya at 150. So they're
yeah.
Ilya, but like 15% bigger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what made me sway to Ilya.
Mm-hmm.
We've only seen Islam slow down, but we haven't seen Ilya late either. So I don't know if that's an element to it. I think Ilia Topuria is the best in the world. I think Ilya.
Wow.
I think Ilya hurts Islam, and I don't think Islam is like Khabib level. Like his wrestling's going to destroy everything. You're not picking. That includes faces.
I'm not picking. I didn't face nothing.
All right, so Ilya moves on. The
Number
4
4
seed takes out the 1 seed. We have Volk.
That's the hardest one,
and
I think.
John Jones. Sanko.
This is tough because Volk is so well-rounded, and if you force yourself to imagine them being the same size, but I just gotta go.
Well, we gotta
Jones.
give John Jones
Even the same size,
3
he's got
inches,
like
but leaner.
Even the same size, he has like a 7-inch reach.
Like a Jalin Turner.
Yeah, he
versus
still has his same attributes. I know what you're saying. Yeah,
Gaethje.
that's why I gotta go Jones.
Okay. Weidman?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Jones too.
I'm eating lollipop.
Okay.
I'm back. Yeah, I take Jones.
All right, so Jones it is.
What's our final then?
So now Ilya
John
Topuria against John Jones in the
Oh.
national championship game. It is the 2 seed against the 4 seed. This is like Duke and Kansas.
Can we make this happen? Let's just starve John Jones for a while.
Blue blood.
Are we doing it right now?
Yeah.
Right?
And I'm going first?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Let's take our time, guys. I want to make sure we get this right.
they're
This
the
is very
same
exciting.
size.
I'm weirdly jacked talking about this made-up imaginary match.
But we're saying that Jones still has an extraordinary reach for whatever that size
He's
is.
proportionally still
Longer.
got the parameters.
Okay. I mean, Jones has faced really big punchers before. Jones has faced amazing wrestlers before. He's faced guys who have.
If you guys are saying John Jones still has a massive reach advantage over everyone
Yeah.
he's fighting,
yeah,
they're all
it's
getting
John
beat.
Jones.
I mean, it's gonna be not the same reach, but the
still, it'll be
equivalent
something.
reach
Equivalent,
at that
equivalent
weight.
If he has-
attributes.
If
Equivalent
he's like
attributes.
Jalin Turner, then nobody touches.
But with John Jones' skill, I'm going John
nobody
Jones.
touches. If he's like anywhere close to his size, none of these guys touch.
John's never met anyone with a boxing of Ilya. That's a fact.
That's true.
And
But,
it's John.
but who have we seen really
you sure?
connect great shots? No, he's
Other
never
than
been
you, of
wobbled.
course. Is that what you're trying to get me to say?
Yeah, I had some really good
He
boxing.
hasn't been wobbled. He hasn't been dropped. He's gone against big, strong punches before. So I think that negates the boxing of
John
Ilya.
can take such a punch.
He could take.
Sometimes
he's
you hit him and
he's
it's like
so great at
And when
timing.
you get him when he's on top.
Sometimes you hit him and you're like, oh my God, that land is so clean.
The elbows.
And he's just like, okay.
You can't hurt him. He
The
doesn't
creativity.
slow down.
Can't close.
All
the
right, so you're
distance.
giving it to John Jones. I guess my only question would be, today's John Jones at his age. What
See, that's the difference.
Yeah,
we don't know
that's
John
fair.
Jones at
That's
38.
fair.
That's
No, it's John
fair.
Jones today. This is what this is. This is
Yeah,
today. This
38
is not in the
years
prime.
Then Ilya might.
I'm just saying, like, what percentage of John Jones now? at
Well, John
peak
Jones looked like a world beater the other day against
Stipe
because
Miocic.
Stipe's, was older.
Yeah.
Well, then go back. Gone. Was not too far before that.
What would John Jones's game plan be?
Same
Keep
thing as
distance,
everything.
or
Pick him,
would he
pick him
really
apart
wrestle?
from the outside when he
And as
really comes
Ilya
in on
tried
the
to
inside.
enter, he would
because
knee him.
Ilya, he gets in the pocket. He's looking
Yeah.
for those body shots,
could
liver
tie up and
shots.
tie
John
up
Jones
and
would
grip
fight
him, take
Ilya
him down and
Topuria.
elbow the shit out of him.
John Jones
Jones-
would fight Ilya Topuria the same way he fought me.
100%.
You get close, he knees you. When you're at range, he kicks you.
And you
that's-
can't drag him into deep water. That's what we've seen. That's really the biggest thing about him. He's game to fight.
Maybe I'm just devil's advocating, but I just envision Ilya Topuria in the pocket with John Jones and like the 4-piece combo that he would land. And Jones doesn't counter. Like he'll clinch and he'll elbow. Am I getting anywhere with this? Or you guys am I reaching?
Hey, RJ, that's all fun.
Yeah, we're
and
going
dandy,
John-
RJ,
we
but
got
that's just
John
over.
Jones. We
John
got
Jones
John
would beat
Jones.
him.
All right, so John Jones is the one.
Wow.
You guys ready for a little rapid fire?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. I feel like this is coming later in the show.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like,
All right, little true or false. Magomed Ankalaev is the toughest test of Pereira's career.
Well, I've already pointed out that Izzy was
Okay.
post-knockout, so false.
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 false. I don't know.
All right, you all agree. Is the gap between Pereira and Ankalaev on the ground as big as everybody thinks?
Sorry, say that again.
Is the gap between
Yes,
the two on
it
the
is,
ground
yes.
as big as everyone thinks?
Yes.
Yeah, I do think it is.
Okay.
It's just a matter
Yes.
if he does it.
We all agree.
All right, will Ankalaev get more takedowns against Pereira than Jan Blachowicz did? Blachowicz was 3 of 9 on takedowns against Alex.
I don't know that he'll need to. No.
True. Yeah.
Is it supposed to be true?
I believe he's going to get more takedowns. Yeah.
Okay, bigger threat, Ankalaev's grappling or Pereira's striking?
That's the question,
Yeah.
right?
Like,
that's
what's
literally
like
what it
what's
comes down to.
What's the biggest threat? What's the biggest factor?
Pereira striking.
I think the biggest factor is the wrestling of Ankalaev.
I think it's the striking of Pereira because every round starts on the feet.
Yep.
And if he hurts you, then you
That's
can't
where
wrestle.
That's where I went with it.
Is Pereira in trouble if we see a 5th round?
No, not necessarily.
No.
No? Okay.
He's done it time and time again.
Yeah.
Yes, he's in trouble.
Why? Because
that means
been
that means he's been wrestled. I don't think Ankalaev is staying on the feet, especially with the calf kicks and the power in Pereira's hands to the 5th round, unless he's wrestling. And if he's wrestling, I think he's winning the fight.
All right, this is easy. Buy or sell. Pereira a top 3 pay-per-view draw in MMA.
Buy.
Easy. All right, yay or nay? Gaethje will be more cautious in this fight after his knockout loss to Max Holloway.
I'm saying nay. I don't think that man is cut from that
It's
cloth.
not in his DNA.
No.
Yeah, I think he's going to be cautious, but like smart. Like we've seen him in a lot of his fights. Everyone has him as this bar brawler, just throws these monster right hands. But we've also seen him with great footwork in and out. That's how he beat Fiziev in the first fight. In the first round, they were kind of like teeing off on each other, and Fiziev was winning that. In the 2nd and 3rd round, he was in and out, and then coming in with combos.
Yeah.
He's trying to get me drunk.
Yay. I think we're going to see him more like he fought Dustin Poirier in Utah.
Okay. Right or wrong, Rafael Fiziev is the rightful favorite over Justin Gaethje.
I think that's wrong.
Wrong. 8 days notice, you can't be a favorite over Gaethje.
Exactly.
Wrong, because we've seen him fight before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, if Topuria doesn't get the title shot and the UFC doesn't want to give Arman another shot without one more fight, does a win for Gaethje give him a shot to fight for the title next?
It could, yes.
Yeah.
And because, Islam's been saying his name, and they need a fresh matchup.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. He would be next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
there's no one else.
By the way, Islam and Gaethje both have the same agent too, so maybe that helps things just a little bit in terms of the negotiation. All right, well, at least one member of the Fighting Nerds win a title next year. That's Prates, Caio Bahayo, Gian Silva, Mauricio Rufi. Sorry.
Title next year?
Within the next year. Within the next 12 months.
12 months is quick. I know 3 of them are in the top 12 of their respective divisions, but Caio Bahayo is closer. I'm going to say no, but if you were saying 18 months, I would say yes.
I think they're all incredible
They are
fighters. I love
incredible.
watching them fight, but I don't see them as a champion within the next year.
No, I don't see it. I mean, honestly, you can be very good, but it really is impossible almost to become UFC champion. So, yeah, I mean, those guys can be spectacular and still never become champion.
All right, little rent-free moment. This is when any fighter is kind of living rent-free in your head because of a moment from yesteryear, something you remember them for. DC, let's start with you on your rent-free moment from the 313 card.
I just remember being in Austin, Texas when Jalin Turner knocked out Bobby Green. It was one of the scariest knockouts I've ever seen in my life. I mean, Bobby was so hurt, and he went down, and he was down for so long because of these follow-up shots. What is Gary Hassan doing?
That was awful.
Bro, like, I will never forget that for the rest of my career.
And then Bobby Green comes back and beats Jim Miller nicely. All right, mine is Pereira versus Strickland, because I thought Strickland was doing everything right. I didn't think he was going to wrestle him, but I thought maybe just the pressure and the cardio was going to be the X factor in this fight. And then you saw that left hook, and then you realize this dude Pereira is different. You don't want to get hit by that dude.
With anything.
No.
Remember that was a big step up in competition for Pereira at the time?
Yeah.
Now you're just like,
Yeah.
oh, that was...
Okay, for me, it is Curtis Blades taking on the rising star Gelson Almeida, who immediately starts shooting on the wrestler. And this right here, guys, it wasn't razors this time, it was hammers. And it was like 18 unanswered hammer fists. And Curtis Blades just absolutely pounded him into oblivion.
All right, mine's a little bit different. Back then, he was Bobby Green. Now he is King Green. But he was on the UFC 298 weigh-in show with us. Mackenzie Dern steps to the scale, and this happened.
Mackenzie Dern hasn't had ice cream in a while. She looks fantastic.
Jeez.
Wow.
I mean, what you kind of caught me off guard there. What you? Mackenzie, great fighter. I think she's the queen of jiu-jitsu. Anybody gets on the ground with her is going to be have a long night. I just like to see her get a little bit more comfortable on her feet, you know, and understanding what's going on there. When she gets a little more comfortable there, I think she's going to be a force to reckon with.
Trying to steer the ship. You tried to write this.
He is so funny. And that Antonio Tricoli was not happy about that segment. That almost led a little
Here's the problem,
Instagram
bro.
battle
Like,
there.
here's the problem. What are you going to do? Fight him? Okay.
I think he did try to fight him.
Fight. Here's the difference. If you're Antoine Tricoli, you better be able to beat him. Because if you go fight him, he might lose you on later time.
Yeah.
Bro, you better be able to beat that dude.
Bobby Green's gonna be talking trash to you with his hands down. That's a nightmare.
Yeah.
You don't want none of
It's
that.
a hard fight, dude, for everybody.
Yeah.
All right, last one. Back to the Curtis Blades. Because the forgotten man of the heavyweight division, how about this ground and pound and cut that he gave Alistair Overeem? Best ground and pound in UFC heavyweight history, not Nick Velasquez. Look at this. Look at these elbows. To a Pride tournament champion, a strikeforce champion. Show the cut. Show the cut.
No,
show the cut.
no,
show the
no,
lip.
no.
Show it. Show it.
No.
Show it.
No.
Oh,
they didn't show it.
Yo, Stipe,
people are having breakfast.
But
People are having breakfast.
Stipe kind of did that to Alistair too. You remember that ground and pound? Just
all punches.
Like not
Stake.us, America's favorite social casino. Sign up today using the code WEIGH-IN. All right, Wyman, we're going to start with you on this one. If Alex Pereira wins tonight, the matchup that you want to see or matchups you are most looking forward to with the champ. What say you, my friend?
All right, so starting at number 3, going down to number 1, I'm going with John Jones. This is a fight that I think a lot of people want to see. I do think it's a really tough fight for Pereira. I'm not super excited about it, but it would be at my number 3. And then Chimaev. I mean, anybody with wrestling is what I think we all want to see. We want to see Pereira answer those questions. And that's kind of like the thing with this fight for tomorrow night is, will Ankalaev use his wrestling and how does Pereira, you know, deal with that? That's really like what excites me. We already seen the stand-up fights and what he's able to do there. I kind of want to see how he handles wrestling. And then number 1, DDP. This dude's been looking good. And everyone was writing this guy out for a long time, and now he's kind of came into his own. I think everybody's on the same page on how good he is. His unorthodox style, his blitzing in with his hands down and, you know, chin up and all this stuff that you would be taught not to do, he does, and it works for him. Wrestling, he's big and strong too. That would be the number 1 fight for me.
My 3 fights go like this. I think Dricus Du Plessis is my 3rd most look forward to fight. And then my last 2 are heavyweight fights because of what it would mean to mixed martial arts if this guy would be chasing the 3rd championship. An interim title fight against Tom Aspinall would still be massive because he'd be a 3-division champion. Or if not Aspinall, John Jones. To see him chase a potential UFC title at heavyweight in the 3rd weight class would mean so much.
If you're his coach, is this the same fights you're looking for him? Or are you going DDP and Chimaev?
If I'm looking for, as a coach, I'm taking the chance of going up to heavyweight.
Yeah.
I'm going to heavyweight and seeing if I can't make history. Something that'll never be done again. Dude, if he wins a 3rd title or even fights for a 3rd title, no one will ever do that again, especially as a champion.
4 years.
In 4 years.
I had the exact same list as you, except to have Dricus flipped with John Jones. Now I'm feeling bad about myself after you just made that statement, because you're right. Being the first 3-division champion is making history. I just am more excited about that Dricus matchup with him because I want to see how Dricus reacts to him as much as I want to see how he reacts to Dricus.
But Dricus is so much smaller than him.
Yeah.
I was in the out. No, dude, I swear I was in the out. Granted, Dricus was fighting.
He's fighting,
and the Lex was just there cornering. I saw them next to each other. Bro, it's not even comparable. He's humongous next to Du Plessis. And he even said it to me. He goes, he's just too small. He goes, look at him.
Yeah.
He's tiny compared to Alex.
Yeah.
But if he fights at 205, it could look a little different.
I just sit there and think about your intelligence, DC, because you and I have the same list.
There we go.
And with the exact same explanation. So I'm not even going to say anything.
Each other.
This is
Great.
weird.
That's it. That's all you got to say? Just kissing the ring a little bit?
You gotta.
She's smart.
That's right, yeah.
She's a smart gal.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys ready for a little UFC Pictionary?
Let's do it.
All right, do we have the boards? All right, they're coming out. Oh, here it is, the board.
I'm the worst artist of all time.
All right.
This is going to be terrible.
Here's the deal. A player's going to pick a term from the bowl without showing the group. The player has 60 seconds to draw the term while the others guess. No letters, numbers, or words allowed in the drawing. Whoever guesses gets a point. The teams rotate every round. The first team to get 3 points wins. Sanko's my teammate.
Oh, very smart, Chris.
Yeah.
Very, very smart
We're probably
choice.
screwed, but we'll find a way to win. We'll get in their head.
Okay, Sanko's going to draw first.
Okay.
They're going to tell, I guess they're going to tell Laura in her ear what it is, and then I need to guess.
Okay.
All right, so we're not guessing, DC.
So.
Oh, I got
Are
the.
you gotta-
So come on
Come
down
out
so you
here.
can see, guys. You all step in front of the desk. Chris and DC off to the side. Helly obviously closer, so we can get an eyeball on it.
Okay.
These can be fighters, terms, figures, anything.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Something
Okay.
UFC related?
Okay.
Okay.
I won the flag.
Well, Dan's got all the answers in his
He does not.
deal there.
He does not have the answers. We'll be right there, Dan. So you can get good view.
What's he holding there, RJ?
This is different. This is something else.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Get rid of that.
Get rid of that. He's a cheater.
He literally just
He just
went
scrolled
through
through
it.
the
No,
whole
he's
goddamn
disqualified.
thing.
All right.
Yeah, bring it over.
No, look at
I'm not gonna cheat.
Yeah, you don't cheat.
All right, let's go.
And I can't say anything.
You just eliminated yourself.
What?
Only DC's
Oh
allowed.
my God!
Yeah, he
That is
did.
ridiculous.
Cheating. Why would you cheat?
Hey,
It's not that serious.
Why not be the
Upgrade.
judge?
Take his belt from him.
What an upgrade.
The belt's gone.
No, the
He's
belt's
been-
not gone.
Belt's
He's
gone.
been stripped.
You've been
Now-
It's stripped.
Can I not?
It's
I
a
can't
vacant
say
title.
anything.
You saw a violation.
I can't say anything. I
Not
can
a
just-
word.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Okay. Okay.
Timer's going. Well, timer's
Oh,
going.
okay.
Sean O'Malley.
Oh, that's easy.
Wow. Oh, jeez, that was good.
Oh, am I still going? No, I'm still going. I'm still going.
They, just-
Okay.
they reset the timer.
It's over.
Go. You got an hour. You got a minute to do as many as you can, dude.
Oh.
Is that a what the fuck is that? Hands are up, right? One guy's hands are up, and then they're pointing to the neck. Oh, rear naked choke.
Nice. Keep going.
That was
That's two.
Wait, there's no way you're back.
Why did they pick RJ? He's
Box.
smart.
Money. Okay. Dollar. Oh, okay. Fuck that up.
I know, the Japan.
The yen.
Why are they restarting the clock every time?
I can skip. Okay, skip.
Skip.
So. Okay.
Okay. Stool. Stool.
Sweet.
I'll go first.
Oh, there was
Okay.
only we got four.
We got three.
three of four.
Yeah.
That's solid.
There's no
All
way.
right,
They
DC, you got
I know.
it.
Good job replacement.
Just imagine how many you'd have gotten.
Can't believe they kicked me out.
All right, let's go.
Yep, I'm ready.
Draw fast.
Like, what
Let me
is
get the
this?
clock, guys.
Look at Weidman with the wide base.
Yeah.
I got to make sure my brain
Can't
is
even
better.
see.
Taking his time.
You
Well, I mean,
definitely knows how to
move
block
so
the.
the
You
camera
knows how
can
to block
see-
the camera.
Camera has to see the drawing.
What the hell is that?
That's a rooster.
That's a hand, a glove.
There
UFC
you
glove.
go. There you go.
Hurry up, go. Next one.
So there's
Just do it. Just go.
Go again.
There's four
Skip.
items.
No, there's
I think you just
10
keep going.
items.
Come on. We're killing time.
I thought we still had time.
They restarted the clock for me.
Bell. Superman.
Oh boy.
Superman punch.
There you go, Chris.
There you go. Hurry up.
Next
Third
one.
one. There's 17 seconds.
Okay, okay.
Credits due.
10
10 seconds. 10 seconds. We got three.
Is that a mohawk?
No, what is no sound.
I mean, Johnny Walker. Chuck Liddell.
There you go,
Let's
Chris.
go.
He said
Three. We
He
got
asked
three.
if it was a mohawk.
There we
He
go.
said
But you, who said to say that?
Say a word.
Who said to say that?
No, I didn't hear
Who said to say that? You yelled, "It's at a mohawk."
I think it's only two.
Laura did it. That's not my fault.
Yeah, but you said you can't talk.
I didn't. I just.
All right.
3-3. RJ, you're up.
Let's go, DC.
Let's go.
Get back against the wall now. You guys thought you were going to crush us?
Did you see
Let's
Superman
go.
punch?
Let's go.
Superman punch.
How good was that?
That's pretty good.
Okay,
That was
we got
good.
this. We got this. We got this.
Let's do this. I got you. Yep.
Time is running.
Is time running? No,
it's not.
he doesn't have a word yet.
Skip.
Oh, you can skip. You can skip.
What?
You know you can skip.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's impossible.
Skip.
How hard are they making?
Hey,
it?
it's got to start, guys.
I'm not. Hold on.
Dude.
Oh, wow, he skipped 2
Go, keep going.
God damn it.
So
How am I
hard.
going to get this guy?
He's talking.
No. I'm going back to the first one. Yeah.
Is that Nate Diaz?
I like that. That was boobs.
Okay.
Knuckles.
Nipple covers.
Knees. Those look like hairy testicles, big balls.
Oh, wow.
Hot balls. That's Derek Lewis.
Oh, that was good.
Oh, my
That was
God.
nice. Wow. My balls are hot.
Why did he start at the
That's
breast?
a spider. Anderson Silva.
Nope. I was right.
I was right.
Circle. Money. Moicano.
Should have been tarantula.
Money. Crown. Not the crown. Not a halo. Bad. Conor McGregor. A lot of money. What is that?
Shit.
What is that?
Time's up.
Ah!
That's 2. Let's go, Chris. You got this. Excuse me. Could you just take a step back?
All right,
What
3
was it?
for the
Come on,
win.
Chris.
Dana
2
White.
will tie.
Come on, Chris.
They have
You got
5
this.
total. You guys are coming in with 3.
You got this,
Had
Chris.
Derek Lewis.
Pictionary
He's a
at
black
its
beast.
finest.
Okay.
Weidman is the artiste.
Go, Chris. Okay, man with the face, teeth.
Are those teeth? Oh, that's easy. Oh, God, DC.
I have no idea.
Jesus Christ, DC.
What a moron.
Next.
You let me down, so don't even say anything, Dan.
Sorry.
Max Holloway.
Oh, my God.
All right, next.
Mouthpiece.
Someone-
Mouthpiece, my bad. Mouthpiece, go.
Someone
Mouthpiece.
send that
I would
to
have
Matt.
killed for
Next
Mouthpiece, go.
Next one.
You wasted so much time on the parts of
UFC champion.
Yes. Yeah, next.
Oh my.
What?
What are they?
Go, just anything.
Next.
Anything, just do it. No, do down.
Oh.
Do down. Hurry up.
Nope. Nope.
Armbar.
Look.
Armbar.
No way! Oh, you got There's no way.
No way.
Armbar. That was it. That was it.
Get the replay.
No.
Get the replay. No.
That was time.
No.
He put arm.
No.
I said, wait,
Yes.
I just get
Yo, that was so smart. That was so
I am
smart.
on air. You guys did get the win. I have no
Yes,
idea how
we
you
got the
that.
win.
Did I
Armbar.
say
He
that
put
in your ear?
arm.
I just want to say it was championship belt. He said UFC champion.
I said UFC champion.
That's
You
what
said,
belt.
but the
He said belt.
championship belt was the
I-
was the
he
thing.
said belt.
Let's
Yeah.
not
Loose
get
rules here.
ridiculous,
All
RJ.
right.
Don't be
Very,
a
very,
sore loser.
very loose rules.
All right.
I don't know. I don't know.
You went arm. Okay,
Bro.
armbar.
Well,
on the
first of
clock.
all, I couldn't believe you didn't get the mouthpiece. Look how
Oh.
amazing my mouthpiece drawing is.
Let's see.
Did you guys
Let's
know
take
how?
a
Did
look
you
at
guys
how
know I
close
was
this
saying
was.
mouthpiece?
What's that?
Did you know I was doing
Yes.
mouthpiece?
Yes,
Oh, yeah, that was
obviously.
easy. He should have had that 20 seconds prior.
With 1 second to go. Wyman, you were like, holy shit, he got it. Do it again.
I
Run it
couldn't
back. Run it
believe
back.
it.
Run it
I
back. Let us
couldn't
see it one more
believe it.
time. Let us see it
Yeah.
one more time, please.
Let's
Can we
go.
see it one more time? Please.
Pictionary champs.
Chris, no, we want to see it. Please,
Oh,
Chris.
no,
That was
no,
awesome.
no,
We want to see it one more time,
no.
please. That was awesome. Chris, watch the 1 second. It was
All right.
with 1 second you realize that I got it. That was the way. Watch.
Watch.
Wait.
Look at your face.
I'd
Armbar.
like to
1
sit out the
second.
final
He
round.
says it. That was amazing.
Look at your face, Chris. You're like,
I couldn't believe it.
Yes.
I was all discombobulated.
you were shocked.
I was shocked.
You were like, what?
I was shocked. I was so shocked. Psycho's not happy.
Oh my God.
At least I didn't get choked out by a girl today.
Oh my God, that was.
All right, we have one more game we're going to wrap up with.
That was
it's just the
awesome.
4 you, or this the 3 you guys playing on.
Oh, that was
What
awesome.
is this?
Let's take a little look at Pass the Flower.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh!
Oh no. What do you do?
You each hold a card in your mouth. You have some flour on it. You got to transfer it to somebody else without using your hand.
Chris, don't blow the shit in my face.
RJ's playing too.
Let's try not to blow
Are
in
we
each other's
just
face.
going in a line?
I'm not gonna.
So
no,
on
you
this
don't
side of
want
the table, guys. So what we're gonna do is on this side of the table,
Okay.
right here. So you're gonna put
I'll go first.
the flour. So then you'll go on this side. But the flour,
You need enough.
you put it in your mouth, and then you put it on the card of the next person,
Okay.
and then you
to. Wait,
turn.
we get to pick the order.
this way.
We get to pick the order, DC.
And then, okay, here we go. Here we go. And then, all right, now who's next?
There you go. You
Nope.
got it.
Turn.
It's kind of in your
Turn.
mouth. Get down low, Dan. Oh, Dan, you dropping it off.
It ain't cocaine.
Dan, you dropping it off.
Go, he's like, go down on me.
Oh, jeez.
There's nothing.
dropping it
There's
all.
nothing left.
We done it.
Next.
Let's do that again
Okay.
and see if we can get more than just this
Okay.
by the end.
I didn't drop any.
Let's get a big.
All right, different
Big
order.
honking
Different
line.
order.
Just a big
New
old,
order?
big old rail
New
of
order.
flour,
Right.
please.
It's a pure line of uncut. Let's get in line, guys. You're in the way of the camera.
You're blowing it off my face. Oh my God.
Relax. Look at me in the eyes.
Get there, Chris. Chris. Get down.
Get lower.
Oh my God.
Get
down.
Oh.
It's got shot. Oh my God, there's emotion everywhere.
It's over.
Oh, look at you, dude. Oh my God.
I was getting hit in the eyes.
Oh.
You got
That was good.
kumated.
That was good.
She had a rough
Oh my
night.
God.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's so
Should have
funny.
saved this for Miami.
Yeah, it was more apropos for South Florida.
Look at it, it's all over.
Is there a belt winner out of that?
Line of the show. Weidman. Look at me in the eyes.
Give me the eyes when you flour my face.
Oh, that was great. What a show.
I have a mustache.
What a show from nipple covers to
You got me in
look
the
at me in the
eyeballs.
eyes to you got me in the eyeballs to. By the way, everybody feeling very evened out at this point. By the way, what a great guest Khalil Rountree was.
Yeah,
Zach,
he was
I'm dead
wonderful.
serious. We need to have him be one of the analysts on the weigh-in show when when Weidman
I
takes a break or
advocate
something.
for that.
I actually have thought he could be a good
Yeah,
analyst.
he's
I
great.
agree.
Yeah.
He's great.
Very
Very good.
articulate guy, well thought.
Very good.
Can I have a
good.
lollipop, RJ?
Sure. Would you like mine?
No.
All right. All right. That's
All
it,
four
guys.
of you guys will be back in Miami together.
We're all going to be back in Miami together.
Yes.
Was
Let's
that
go.
next month? That's next
It
month,
is.
right? Yeah.
April 13th.
April 13th in Miami.
Very
We
pasty
will
upper
all be there together again.
I love Miami.
It's going to be fun. Yeah, there you go. Speaking of Miami, right there.
Play in the grove. Play in the grove.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Oh, yeah.
Chris starting
There you
off.
go.
This
Hey, what
was,
about when I started the show with that nice jacket on?
Yes.
that's when you had the nipple covers on. Look at everywhere.
No, she felt them all up.
Beat me in the face.
Ugh.
Nobody licked the deodorant though.
I know. I was really surprised by that, actually.
Jeez, going ham.
Had to go fast.
Oh my gosh.
You guys killed it. Gets the win at the end. Weidman and DC, thanks for watching.
You should be like,
everybody. Look at me in the eyes.
Yo, when we did that 1 second, it was crazy.